Ah. It is. Alright, are we on? Give me a second. Alright. Working. Alright. Are we in? Well, let me just check my fucking audio. Shit. Right. I think I sound alright. Do I sound alright? Do I sound normal? I've been fucking around with my audio. I don't know. I sound fine. That's it. To my ears, it sounds fine. I'm just gonna go ahead. Actually. Alright. Does this make a difference? Alright. Does this make a difference? I can still hear my goddamn mouse. Does this slam in the goddamn? I can still hear my goddamn mouse. I've got my fucking echoing shit. The problem is when I use the good noise suppression, it kind of like presses some of like not the vowels, the consonants that I sound. Like when I say S, it kind of fucking suppresses that shit. So unless I'm like speaking like directly into the fucking mic, which I don't like doing typically, because it gets in the fucking way. But whatever, just live with it. Just fucking live with it. Damn. All right. Get that. Sound fine to me? Yeah, good, good. All right, I'll be back in a second. Okay. We're here. Yeah, sorry, I took a bit longer there. I've been giving myself some fucking breakfast. Alright. Okay. Let's read messages. We'll talk about some shit. You know. Not great news, to be honest. Not the best news in the world, but yeah, we'll talk about it. Grand Nero. Hi everyone, how's it going? Thanks for following. Damus, Alt Former, King of Eminence, how's it going? How we doing, lads? Agamemnon, can't say your fucking name. How you doing? So Siri, Clover King. Good morning, podcast. The House Collective Shout, our favourite Aussie feminist group, affecting MasterCard Visa. Fucking Australians. Goddamn, I hate Australians. Fucking cunts. Goddamn. There's not a single good Australian out there. I hate fucking Australia. Fuck me. Man, Weirdworld, those collective shout cunts are really pushing the line today. I'll finish chewing before I start fucking reading. Those collective shout cunts are really pushing the line today. I've called MasterCard 6 times on different numbers since 4chan is finally protesting. Good news is it's finally reached their main HQ, so I'm mostly waiting for a response. Oh, really? Yeah, like, I've kind of heard about it, but I want to properly like look into this shit. I don't know like the full story. So that's basically what the stream's going to be like after we finish like reading the shit. You can still ask questions about Superhuman and all that, like law or whatever related shit. But like what I'm going to be doing, I'll answer. But what I'll be doing is looking up this shit, seeing what's going on, seeing how badly I'm fucked. If I'm going to get fucked worse tomorrow or in a few like weeks from now, I don't know. That's my main focus today. Yeah. Hello, Weirdworld. Clover King. Wait, Clover King in both chats, are you? Thunder. I love that Alice image. Haha. I was the one who asked to have it as an emote to the mods. Oh, really? Yeah, it's a good one. it's a good one. Yeah. It's cool. From what it sounds like for now, is that Superhuman can still be listed on Steam, so long as it fits the guidelines. There are plenty of adult games still on there, so I'm staying optimistic. Yeah, we'll see. It's itch.io that I'm really pissed about though. So, yeah, but yeah, like Fish said, but on itch it's gone. Literally most of, if not all, NSFW games there got wiped out. Yeah, I heard that. I know, I saw that. My game's not up there anymore. All the effort. Oh, I'll get into that. I'll get into that. Fuck me. Jesus Christ. Fucking screwed me. Yeah, read that first. I opened your link, Cryo. We'll have a look through it, but we'll read the chats first. Hopefully they listen, but I'm not hopeful, to be honest. No, I don't know. Not hopeful at all. Fuck the banks? True. Who manages MasterCard and Visa? I don't imagine it's one bank. It might be, but I don't imagine it is. We need to have some regulations. Why does a payment processor has the right to tell people what they can spend their money on? Insane. True. Yeah, I don't know why. Well, I do know why. It's probably because the law just hasn't gotten around to dealing with it yet. Like, I feel like things like internet and like payment methods should probably be about as heavily regulated as something like electricity or water. I think it's like basically part of like the human. I don't know if human rights is like a pussy way to say it, but yeah, it probably should be guaranteed by the government. Probably, certainly the American government, since they're apparently all about freedom and such. I know the itch thing sucks. What it sounds like is that the delisting is only temporary to us, our unfit games, and the wide removal was just a precaution, but it's up in the air. Really, it's temporary, is it? I didn't hear anything about it being temporary. That'd be good news for us. They will like their getting call to the point. They have make opening just address gamers. Consistency is key here. If we can keep being Karens, they will have to listen to us or forever be annoyed. Yeah, maybe. Your mic is working all right? Yeah. Stream was very clear on their new guidelines though. Oh, Steam. And there are a lot of petitions with a much higher voice count than Collective Shout. So again, I'm optimistic despite the sucky situation. Interesting. But I feel like even if we're louder than Collective Shout, the payment processes are already inclined in their direction. Not specifically the feminist direction. I mean more like the anti-NSFW direction. I feel like payment processors are generally inclined in that direction. Just harass the credit companies. They might cave in eventually, like they did with Collective Shout Law. Yeah, maybe. It just seems to be a bad trend. Yeah. Fuck those ad, for fuck's sake. Yeah. Stop Wheelbarrow. I heard the horrible itch news. Yeah. It's not the best thing. It's not the best thing out there. It just seems they caved. Did they cave? You sound crystal. To add insult to injury, Weird World. In Australia, so if we were ever to somehow get Superhuman physical copies, for argument's sake, he'd be fucked as Collective Shout in Australian and have a history of, I'm assuming you mean a history of like blocking this shit. Maybe. I don't know if physical copies was ever going to be a thing there. So, to be fair. So how's it going, Woodwell? All right. Like, apart from the Collective Shout thing. All right. It's business as usual, right? It's just worrying fucking news, that's all. Yeah, I doubt Superhuman would end up with physical copies. True. I just found it morbidly funny. What is? Oh, the Australian thing, yeah. Collective Shout plus UK's Online Safety Act has made for a shit week online. What's UK's Online Safety Act? I haven't heard of that. But what I worry is that this incident might set an example to other groups like Collective Shout to do the same. Yeah, that'd be annoying. It's funny how this all started from that random WEG No Mercy. What the fuck is No Mercy? I've not heard of it. Yeah, No Mercy's reaching the mainstream really did trigger all this. What is No Mercy? At least faster than it would have happened. The crazy part is, No Mercy is tame compared to real degen stuff out there. I don't know what it is. What you eating for breakfast? Raisin toast. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Nice and chunky. Relatively healthy. Not like really healthy, but, you know, relatively. The itch purge has been fucking brutal. Yeah. I think the content in No Mercy would have been illegal in Australia. So that's the entryway they use. Fucking Australia. Oh, Golden Kappa. Thanks very much. Pizza King. Oh, damn. Holy shit. Let me share that. What is a Golden Kappa? Is that the name of the guy? I see Pizza King here. Is that different from Golden Kappa? Or is that like the name of the train? Thanks, Pizza King. Appreciate that. Australians like to go on about their convict roots, but the other side of their heritage is prison wardens. Yeah, true. Yeah, we're not all fucking... yeah. True, we do that. Yeah, Superhuman page got shadow banned. True. About a shadow ban that you can possibly get. This is true. Without just removing it, which would just be normal ban. And the great news is All Tomorrow's getting a hard copy re-release in October 7th. With a 45 or so additional pages. Ooh, additional pages. That sounds good. You need a license to own a sword in Australia, even though they got some of the most venomous creatures on the planet. Depends where you are. Some places you need a license, some places you don't. I've got one. This is the same company that defended Netflix's Cuties? Really? Did we do that? That was the same company. So, an Australian company? Or You mean the payment processors? Wait, but I still see Superhuman on itch.io? Yeah, it's like the browsers. Like, it's still there. If you have, like, the link, you can get there. But they removed you from all, like, the browsers. You can't, like, search up Superhuman. You can't see it on their page. Because back in the day, I'll talk about this a little bit, Superhuman was like, decently high up there on itch.io, at least among the, like, adult games. Like, if you like searched like the top rated or like the most popular, Superhuman was, I don't think it wasn't at the top, but it was like, you know, it's pretty, you didn't have to scroll that much to get it, you know? So I got like a lot of fucking, what was the word, coverage from it, which I appreciated. But now I'm fucked. It appears to be exclusively incest and rape/coercion stuff. So if I recall correctly, the only scene in Superhuman in question is the end of Liz's route, assuming, of course, that the restrictions end there. That could be true. Could be true. Don't forget me, your favourite crazy man is here. Oh, hey, Zelrax. Welcome back. Good to see you again. Salute, Weirdwood. Rob. Don't forsake us, oh great king. Sorry, man. Superhuman's getting shut down. The game's pretty much at its end. Thanks to these cunts. And then you can find it if you know what the game is outside of the site, yeah. But you can't find it on itch directly. Yeah, this is true. With a search, yeah. This is true. This is true. Like, the searching thing wouldn't even be that bad. Because people can just search on Google, and that gets me fine easier. Either way. The bad thing is, it, like, removes my, like, my coverage on, like, you know, the top adult games or the popular adult games or just adult games in general. It like, kind of removes my presence there, you know? That's a real killer. Outside the search. Like, they removed those whole tags. Yeah? Fucking annoying. We need to assemble all the adult creators and companies and start making their own payment processes, etc. I don't think there's enough of us for that. It's got de-indexed, so you can still view it. Yeah. UK Safety Act basically forces certain sites for ID verification. Oh, interesting. Basically have to give a copy of your ID plus a scan of your own face for anything mature. The actual wording is super vague, so a bunch of forums had to shut down. Damn. That sounds like a pain in the ass. I mean, I'll take that over full-blown censorship any day of the week. Yeah, it still sucks though. Less so for the face scan though. That's just ridiculous. Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That is fucking crazy. It's all happened because people wanted women's rights to become a thing. See how this affects us? True. Goddamn females. That's the real problem. Woodward, how's the depression? Did I have depression? Is that something I said? Or are you just referring to this? Yeah, that's alright. That's alright. It's not like keeping me up at night. It's just I'm pissed about it, that's all. Sucks that Superhuman has to get shut down, but you know, life moves on. Yeah, the main issue is that they don't want us to get into trouble for letting us use their pay services for something illegal in one country because they'll get in trouble for that. The situation is different there. It's weird. I thought they had specific protections against things like that. About like getting into trouble for what their customers buy. Otherwise, anyone who does anything shady at all with a credit card, that would be liable on them, right? And I don't know what what would even be the point of giving them those protections if they're just going to pick and choose who to serve anyway? It sounds like pretty fucking hypocritical to me. But I guess we'll see once we look into it a little bit. Just got to keep an eye out for groups such as Collective Shout. It's not possible to have something like the Stop Killing Games. I don't know. Collective Shout did in fact defend the cuties. Oh, Collective Shout did. Oh. That's weird. That's weird. All right. Your work doesn't need to have one place. Have you ever thought of moving out of Australia? No, not really. Not because I wouldn't be willing. No, it just entirely. It's not because I think it's like just the best place to live. It's just because I'm too lazy to fucking, pack up and get out. That's all. I'll give the general gist best I can. Collective Shout is a feminist group standing up for women's rights and being against sexual exploitation / child abuse. Okay? All right. Fun fact, if you type Superhuman Weird World itch.io into Google, you can find the game. Yeah. Google, you can still find it. It's just itch.io. What I understand, right? Superhuman is no more. Yeah, man, sorry. Superhuman's dead. Not really. I mean, it's bad for me, but it's not like the worst thing in the world. Like, if Patreon got rid of Superhuman, then I'd be fucked. Then we might be talking about Superhuman being, like, canned. That might happen. Well, not really. Well, maybe. At least its updates would slow down massively. This isn't that bad. It's just not a great thing, that's all. Yeah? Just ain't a great thing. Yeah, the main issue is that they want to get into trouble for letting people use their pay services. Wait, I read that. Yeah. Generally, Steam or Patreon don't care much. They act when the MasterCard / Visa start to whine, but they won't actively censor. Yeah. After all, your game is still on Patreon. What worries me is laws like in Australia or UK. Yeah, I don't know. Isn't the whole point that Visa and MasterCard are just using those fools from Collective Shout as an excuse to push their evangelist agenda? Yeah, I don't actually know. I don't know if the reason they hate NSFW is because they're risk averse or they're like morally against it. I don't actually know. I'd like to look into it though. A lot of adult content in UK is blocked unless you provide proof of age. Damn. Is that in Australia? I don't know. Alright. Finish breakfast. I'll talk for real. Let's read properly. Okay, now. In my opinion, they should not dictate what should or should not be possible to buy. They're basically governing the internet without any responsibility. They should be regulated. They should be able to only refuse service to buy stuff that aren't illegal. Do you mean that are illegal? Yeah, I agree. I don't think they should be able to regulate shit that's not illegal. I think they should be regulated to like the same degree that like electricity is regulated. Because, like, let's be real, people don't use cash anymore. Like, there's a handful, like a lot of old people that like use primarily cash, but I think most people in a general sense, just use cards. It's like become like a basic thing of everyday life. Like to the same point that all the other shit is. Like telephone and all that. More than telephone, arguably. So yeah, I don't think they should be able to ban shit like that. I don't think that should be allowed. Couldn't you move to subscribe stuff? I could. I don't know how successful I would be there though. Like I might still need to get another like a normal job, which would severely cut into my superhuman time. I'm going to be real. The people running the credit companies are 100% not moral law. I don't really mean moral. I mean like evangelistic or like have their own like personal biases against like adult porn and all that shit. I don't even know them. Yeah. All porn was like scrubbed off UK. Really? It's tough with the fucking English. God damn. All great things at their history in gaming in particular. It's not the group you want spearheading your censorship. They tried to get GTA off the shelves for women exploitation. Women exploitation. Which GTA? GTA 5. Was there women exploitation in GTA 5? I don't remember that. I don't remember that at all. Not killing cops, men, etc. They even ended up succeeding in having Australia remove it from shelves and Target. They also tried to remove Detroit Become Human, or the scene with an android helping a child escape an abusive father. It was not glorifying it, but because they didn't like the scene, they again tried to remove it. Eventually, they strong-armed payment holders, and they folded. Really? I played Detroit Become Human. Great game, by the way. But I got that in Australia. I think I got a physical edition. I assume you're talking about like Kara, like when she originally took the little girl. I forget her name. From the crazy dad, even though she was a robot and the child was the fucking robot. Sorry, spoilers. But yeah, okay, that's weird and stupid. Okay, they are a corpo. They have no morals. This is true, but they do care about their image. I don't think there's any conspiracy. Just companies actively caring about their brand. Just remember June 2020 and Floyd. I don't know what June 2020 or Floyd is. Looking at Superhuman page on itch.io, I noticed that the average session length is to a few seconds. It's set to a few seconds. What does that mean? Which is widely inaccurate with how story focused and long this game is. The session length, like how long you play. That's weird as fuck. Like, what kind of game is a few seconds long? I don't even know. No Mercy is an incest grape game with blackmail in it. Oh, okay. Right. For the UK, you need to verify your age to view adult content. No, not just porn. Anything that might be considered adult. Hell, I can't access Warhammer subreddits because they're marked as 18 plus. Jesus, that's fucked, man. UK's getting all kinds of fucked up. They must be working on some way to like better curate that shit. Like what kind of world is it where you can't access a Warhammer subreddit? What is this? Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe it'll just start becoming like common practice to like just upload your ID. What? But you're going to upload that to every site? Where do you upload your ID to? To the government? Is that what that means? I don't know. I know what that means. This collective shout cunts also want to ban at some point. Yeah, like the other guy said, Detroit Become Human and GTA 5. Allowing them to dictate what to allow or not is a slippery slope because then it allows them to censor what they don't like. True. Then another group might come by and want to ban other stuff. Then others come by and bans other shit. And it creates a cycle. Yeah, I don't know if that's happened, but it sounds like it could happen, which is bad. I want to ban being alive. True. Just kill everyone. Can I say that? I don't know if I can say that. Are you ever going to update the Paperless font so that it includes the and properly displays the diacritics? Diacritics? Am I saying that right? An accent marked for a Glaquist foreign speak. A fan already posted an update Paperless font that does this on F95 thread and red. At least for the symbols that are currently used in the script. Maybe, maybe not. I don't necessarily mind having it like Glaquist's words broken into like weird like brick characters that displays. I don't necessarily mind that. It kind of adds a little bit of like mystery and shit. Yeah, so I'm not necessarily going to update it. I might do if I feel like the need, but generally speaking, unless there's a good reason for it, like I benefit in a clear way, I'm not going to do it because I'm a lazy motherfucker. So right now, I'm not convinced I need to do this Paperless font update. So I might not do it, probably. Just because I don't see it as like a real tangible benefit. It adds something, sure. It also takes away something, but you know, I mean, I might think about it. I've been collective shout. Charlie, Moist Critical, and Asmongold talk about it. I recommend giving it a watch. Yeah, I might pull up a video. Sure. I'm sure this event will convince some to go back to cash. Maybe. I feel like there's already too much momentum heading in the other direction though, so I'm not sure it'll work out that way. It might do, but I'm not sure. Wait, Superhuman's gone? Oh, kind of. UK Gooners rise up. Also, no, Superhuman ain't gone. Yeah, it's not gone. This is the information I know. There are petitions to get payment processors to have no say in what you can or cannot buy, with 100k plus signatures, so I'm hopeful. 100k is a decent amount. I think the Stop Killing Games thing, which in my opinion is a much smaller issue, like magnitude smaller issue, has like 1 million though. So I don't know if 100, and I don't think they've succeeded either. So I don't know. I don't know if 100k is going to do it. You can't access us / stop drinking and stop smoking in the UK as well without verifying them now. Jesus. That's fucking retarded. Though Australia arrested a porn dev years ago for some darker themed lolly game, I think he's still in jail or paying some absurd amount of fines. Jesus. Well, a darker themed lolly, I assume, when I hear that, I assume it's like some real pedo shit. Some like crazy stuff like that. So, yeah, I don't know about that. But if it's just drawn, like drawn stuff, that's pretty crazy. Yeah. If he's still fucking in jail, that is pretty fucking crazy. By the way, Collective Shout isn't really limiting their outrage to adult games. Yeah, I did just hear about that. I mean, the way this affects World is that his rate of growth is stop. Oh, yeah, you mean World. Yeah, this is true. Well, not stop, it'll just slow down massively. Because I have two main avenues of advertising, really, if we're being real. F95 and itch.io. Both have like lots of, I don't know the exact numbers, but lots of fucking views. And losing itch.io is a pretty fucking heavy blow, if I'm being honest. Like I have the game up in other sites. Like other people upload it themselves without even me having to do shit. They just they get around to uploading it to whatever adult game site. So I've got like other avenues as well, like outside of those two. And some of them are pretty big, some of them are pretty decent. I think GameCore is pretty big, etc. Like other big sites like that. But itch.io was one of the biggest. So that is a bad time for me. The UK is a nanny state that will, while it asks for ID verification for online stuff, they won't investigate ongoing issues involving grooming gangs. I don't know what that means. I mean, that sounds bad, but I have no idea what the fuck a grooming gang is. And now the age verification is handled by private US companies. Yeah, but who? Like, do you just upload it to one and then you're good for all internet usage? Like, how does that work? Well, 42 people. Damn, 45 now. What? Oh, shit. There's a lot of people on fucking YouTube. More than Twitch. And Twitch has got 40. Holy shit. Also, I highly suggest putting Superhuman on Steam for wishlisting some months before the full release, since wishlists are huge in terms of getting an audience on Steam. Yeah. Yeah. But that'll be... I'm not putting it on Steam until I've done the 1.0 update with all the art updates, because I think appealing to a new market is important, and I want to the first impression is very important. So I want all the update to be not like great, but good by my standards when I'm getting into that shit. So Superhuman won't go on Steam until the art is updated. They starting with the adult stuff. They going to move on to LGBTQ after that, then probably interracial. You think? Wouldn't a feminist group be like for LGBTQ and probably interracial as well? I'd assume. Or unless you mean like another, like payment processors will respond to another petition and then go after that. That could happen. I can see that. I could easily see that. I recommend looking on YouTube and Reddit if you want to know more. There are a lot of videos covering the topic on how it sets a bad precedent going forward. That does make sense. Woodward, will this be extremely bad for the future of the game? Do you see any way forward in the worst case scenario? Depends what the worst case scenario is. If the worst case scenario is my Patreon gets banned, will Superhuman continue? It'll probably continue in some form. It'll probably be lower quality. And updates will either be less frequent or much shorter. It'll be one of those two. If that happens. Hopefully it doesn't happen. But we'll see. We'll see. It's funny because I was kind of talking about this a few updates ago when I was talking about my why I wanted to start the web novel, because I was afraid of payment processes coming after my shit. Yeah, I can see the future, guys. All right, I've got the foresight. All right. Yeah. But yeah, this is it's not a great prospect, but I guess we'll see. Someone needs to make a game using arts from General Butch and send it to the send it these cunts as a gift. Is he like a big rape guy? Yeah, but see, that game wasn't popular outside of forums and such, so they couldn't use him as an example. No Mercy devs got too much attention on Steam in comparison, and now they got what they needed to attack all adult games. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I'm fine with like rape games being on Steam. That doesn't bother me at all. I don't know if that's same for incest, actually. I don't know if that's like a controversial take. I don't care. Not like I'm like eager to make one myself. I'm not gonna, because neither of those themes really interest me. But having them on Steam is perfectly acceptable to me. I don't see it as like significantly worse than like killing games or torture games or anything like that. Like Grand Theft Auto having like Trevor torture that motherfucker. I don't see that as overly worse or better than a rape game. But yeah, I don't know if that's a hot take or not. Collector Shout had 1,000 letters sent to payment processors about this issue. The internet is in an uproar and the petitions are 100k plus. There are reasons to be hopeful. Yeah. But the problem with that is, like I said before, I think the payment processors are already inclined in their direction. In the anti-NSFW direction. But, that could just be me being nihilistic, I suppose. Pessimistic. I don't know which one's the appropriate word for that. Oh yeah, I found the game on GameCore. That's how I got into it. Yeah, like I said. This is stupid, and if you think about it, why can't the I don't like it, I'll ignore it. Yeah, that's generally my fucking opinion. Yeah, if you don't like it, just fucking ignore it. Turn off. You can turn off NSFW on Steam, I'm pretty sure. I'm almost certain. I think it's turned off on default, as a matter of fact. Seems like a perfectly reasonable, what do you call it, middle ground, right? Just have 18 plus stuff turned off on default, unless you set your age to 18 plus, and then go and change it. That seems like perfectly fine. I don't know why they got to get fucking up in arms about it. How to have it on wish list if it's not available? I don't know. Why not start with LGBTQ? Would they go after LGBTQ or interracial first? Assuming a new company, wanted to ban that shit. I feel like LGBTQ would go first. Mainly because I think a lot of people are more mad about trans stuff than like racist stuff these days. I feel like that would go first. I mean, surely these American banking companies will get forced to back down for thinking they can decide what people do with their money. Yeah, it's been an issue for a while though. Hopefully this is like a trigger for like more outrage and stuff to like get on them to like fix this shit. But it's been an issue for a while and it hasn't been sorted out. So we'll see. So now that Superhuman is a goner, you're becoming a full-time streamer, right? Yeah, true. Just streaming every day. Now that I don't have to work on the game, we'll just have to start playing games. I can't work on a game, so I have to just start playing them. That's all I can do. Fem VTuber rig coming next stream. Yeah, I still want to do that. Like, even though it's kind of pointless now since I've shown my face, I still want to do like a proper VTuber rig. Because I don't know how long I'm going to be doing this stream. I might quit this next month. I don't know. I'm probably not going to, but I could quit this at literally any time. I don't know. But if I do keep going until I'm like an old motherfucker, I'd probably want like a VTuber, right? Like just like to hide the fact that I'm getting like fucking old. Maybe because I feel like old people are going to attract less kids. That sounds kind of bad, but you know what I mean. Yeah. But yeah, I do want to get like a VTuber model with like a male version, like a big titty female version. Like kind of like the MC, but not really like the MC. Probably have like black hair and shit. But yeah. I do want to do that. Hello everyone. What is this talk about Superhuman being destroyed? Yeah, they cancelled my game, mate. Destroyed it. Evening, gents and gals. Chelsea. Funny that they're pushing for women's rights, but have been pushing for decisions that target sex workers, which a lot are women. Yeah, I'd imagine the most sex workers are women. Targeting sex workers, eh? I know like brothels are legal in Australia. Yeah, you don't need to know how I know that. But they are legal in Australia. Yeah, kind of weird. Is it weird that they're going after it? I guess they might say like from their perspective, I imagine sex work would be kind of degrading to women, but I don't. It would also like what they're trying to do would be going against like women's autonomy in a way. Kind of like what do you call it? Like the abortion argument, like I have the right to do what I want with my body or something like that. Kind of feels like it'd be cutting against that, which is odd. But maybe they're a little bit more. Are they religious? Is Collective Shout religious at all? That would make more sense to me. Especially because Collective Shout privated their Twitter, did they? I guess they're getting a lot of fucking hate, which is good. Fuck them. Like, go after them. Personally, alright. Fucking cunts. But, yeah, alright. Following the backlash, yeah. You have to verify each time on every site. Like, you have to upload a photo on every single site? That sounds like really fucked up. What, like, even putting aside the privacy issues, it just sounds like a real fucking pain in the ass. Just like having to upload your fucking ID and it feels like it'd be so ripe for like data leakage. Remember when like Twitter had like a bunch of people's, or Facebook was it, had a bunch of people's like shit get leaked? It feels like a bad idea. Just like from a practical point of view, it just seems like a bad idea. Have some faith. UK censorship doesn't do much, but it's still very easy to bypass with a VPN. Oh, okay. The censorship may be inconvenient, but it's avoidable. Yeah, that's what it just sounds very inconvenient. I hate being inconvenienced. Sounds like a pain in the fucking ass. Lol, next thing we know, we got to get the Gooners Terracell. Yeah. Start doing fucking bombings on fucking, what do you call it, feminist places. Jesus. There's not really a risk to be risk adverse to. It's not like a Jew going to the strip club, a dude going to a strip club and paying for a lap dance, is a reflection on their values as a company. They have no responsibility to what their clients do with their money, and therefore they get no fucking say. Yeah, true. I don't get this protecting the image thing. Like, no one gives a fuck if like someone uses a credit card to buy some like perverted shit. Like, literally no one in the world gives a fuck. So I don't know why. It has to be. They have to have some like the people running it have to have some like moral bias against it. That's the only thing I can think of. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Feminists and Karens with the LGBTQ supporters should be forced to attend 5 years in a mental asylum, followed by 5 years in military, before they can integrate back into society. I don't know about that. Like, I'm all for the LGBTQ stuff. Like, if they want to have like, that's the crazy thing. Like, for porn games, there's a lot of really big like LGBTQ porn games out there. Like, with some like super supportive, like pro all that messaging and stuff. Like, they got the, what do you call it? Like the bear, like, the Yao games with like the big fucking bear dudes. Some of them are literally fucking bears. And like a furry and all that stuff. And they're all like super, super supportive of that stuff. So they're really kind of like cutting against their own fucking agenda. I feel like porn games are kind of like a safe haven for those kind of people. It's kind of fucked up that they're like just slicing them right in the fucking gut. It's kind of fucked up. And in that, I mean, it's kind of fucking retarded. It's kind of stupid. They're like cutting against their own like people. Yeah, super weird. Like, I feel like if you were to like poll like liberals who support like the LGBT stuff versus fucking conservatives, I feel like it'd be like liberals would be massively more in favor of porn than like a conservative would be, like massively. Like, I don't think anyone really cares these days. But if we were to poll the people that did care, I feel like it'd be massively in favor of like the liberals supporting it, But I don't know. Clairvoyance X, true. I am clairvoyant. I do see the future. They don't care about helping any actual women. They're a group of egotistical bullies. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it. Widow's Deus confirmed. True. True. I wish we could go back to cash. Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen, mate. The whole world is online now. Hello, just got here. Did I miss anything? Just Superhuman's destruction. That's all. What is worrying is how vague their harmful content bit is. It's like hate speech. It's so vague it can be used for anything. Yeah, it's a bit worrying. Maybe we can start an OnlyFans. True. Well, just release Superhuman on OnlyFans. But does OnlyFans like take credit cards? I imagine it does. Maybe I should make an OnlyFans and just release Superhuman there. Can you do that? I don't even know if that's a thing. In Portugal, we have an app called MBWay, which you can read QR codes and pay with just getting your phone closed. The reality is the future is going to be more and more like this. True. Yeah, Podcast is right. There is already services IRL that you can't use money, only card. Yeah, I've seen a lot of that too. Yeah. Time to send real money via train dingoes. Yeah, just send me. I'll just keep it in my backyard. You should see my backyard. It's a fucking jungle out there. The dingoes would have a good fucking time. Because I don't tend it. I don't tend it at all. I just let the weeds grow. And the weeds that start as like little things like this are now fucking trees. So yeah, the dingoes could have a great time. Because of the prostitutes, to them is women exploitation. Yeah, I can see it. Like maybe they don't trust that the prostitutes are like getting treated well. But I feel like since Australia regulates it well, a lot of them like are ran by women. Is that not true? I mean, a woman could still like mistreat a prostitute, but I feel like there's enough regulations in Australia that with it legal, it's probably reducing that kind of like harm. Is what I'd assume. Crypto was supposed to be the alternative to payment censorship, but now it's just casinos where cheats are actively scamming you. Sad. True. Rule 34 got fully banned in the UK. Just heard. Really? Holy shit. How could they do that to Rule 34? Fucking hell. The whole Visa and MasterCard runs deeper than one might think. If you disagree with them ideologically, you can't exactly get an alternative. You need bank especially here where you can't get paid in cash for your job anymore. True. Therefore, you can't exactly live without these cunts, but you can pressure them. I hope. You'd hope. I think it will get. They will get regulated. Like I'm like 99% sure that's going to happen. It's just a matter of when it happens. Like it could happen like 50 years from now. I can see that. Well, I'd say I don't think it'd take longer than 10 to 15, but it could be a while. Hopefully, it happens. What I'm hoping for is it happens like this year, next year. That's probably like a optimistic hope. But yeah, I think they will get like censored eventually. Well, not censored, regulated eventually. I do think that will happen. If ID verification becomes required by law, you bet websites will use the cheapest methods available, leading to inevitable data breaches. Ugh. And mass doxings. Yeah, it sounds like inevitability. Like the T-app, Lamau. Fuck, that shit show was awesome. I don't know, didn't even hear about that. God needs to release a patch that gets rid of the rights of women. Let's not go fucking crazy. But true, fuck women, right? No matter why would we care either? Most people don't like it. Them there though, yeah. Why would we give a fuck? Let people buy their fucking porn. Why not? I mean, Collective Shout does have a history of going after LGBTQ content. Oh, so they're what do they call those? Like TERFs? Is that like the feminists who only care about women but don't care about any of that other stuff? Is that what Collective Shout is? But mainly the former law? Yeah. Okay. They are taking women's autonomy to goon to NSFW games. True. Women like NSFW games as well, alright? I don't see a lot of them in mine because mine's are very male focused, But yeah. I think women in general prefer like text porn, right? Also, feminists and LGBTQ supremacists. Apparently, Collective Shout aren't like with those people. They're just about the females. I miss, but I'm the bad guy of the game. I haven't played that game. SKG has succeeded. Problem is you need a lot of legwork to start a EU initiative. It's not like change.org petition. I'll stop killing games. I heard they succeeded in reaching their million such and such goal, but I heard they had a massive setback after that as well. I didn't watch the video because I just didn't get around to it. But I heard like something set them back even after getting the million. What is stopping Superhuman from getting released in Steam? Don't know. I haven't released it there yet. The thing is, I just haven't chosen to do it yet. I'm gonna do it. We'll see if it gets banned or not. I don't think it will. I'll make necessary changes to get it out there. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Nothing. He can also put it in GOG. I will also be doing that as well. Yes. I do too, but the dev was questionable. Was doing questionable shit with their content. For whatever reason, they loved forcing trap content. I don't know what that's a reference to. How will this affect Superhuman going forward? Do you have a plan, or is it all fucked? It's all fucked. No, it's just the plan's just to go as I'm doing, and hope that I don't get banned in other places. OnlyFans, funnily enough, had problems with the credit card. Yeah, I did hear about that, but it seems to have been sorted out now. Yeah, true. Do you think Dragon Age franchise is done for, or do you think it can still make a comeback? I think it's fucked. I think Dragon Age is completely fucked. I think what do you call it? What the fuck's it called? I've forgotten the fucking name of the game. Valguard. I think Valguard fucked the whole franchise. Like, not even just with the whole crazy woke shit that they did. Like, they went crazy with that shit. They went full crazy with that. But even that aside, I think they just fucked up the main narrative. Like, making the archdemons like the fucking pets of the fucking elvish gods who themselves were fucking dog shit as villains. Like, they just fucked the whole lore. Like, the Black City was just... What even was the Black City? Was it just some elven fucking city? Instead of some, like, cool, mystical, like, a god realm? Yeah, they just fucked up the whole franchise. Like, all the lore's fucked. Like, maybe if, like, Larian got their hands on, like, the Dragon Age franchise, they could make something out of it. But honestly, I think they'd just be better off making their own, like, fucking... Their own, like... what's it, property, intellectual property, franchise, making their own shit. I think they'd be better off just doing that and taking inspiration from like Dragon Age, like the dark aesthetic. I think they'd be better off doing that, honestly. Yeah, Dragon Age is fucked. It's totally fucked. T-App leak was hilarious. I don't know what that is. I know there's NSFW games on Steam that have changes but offer free patches on the other sites to change it back. You could always do something like that if it comes to it. That's probably an option. Yeah. Looking at the brighter side, the NSFW Twitch shutting down might force others to look into other NSFW sites like F95 and such. So it's not like Superhuman can't be found. This is true. Yeah, if every game's getting shadow banned, that's not as bad as like just me getting shadow banned by myself, you know, because it forces them to look for like other methods of looking for like adult games, and hopefully one of those other methods leads them to Superhuman. Because I think Superhuman's fairly highly rated among the places that it's on. It's usually like high on the page, like the ratings page, right? So hopefully that happens. That could be good. It's never a good thing because F95 isn't a way to get devs paid. Yeah, I wasn't making that much money off F95. This is true. No, the feminist group is Radical Christians, apparently. Oh, that means the LGBTQ is coming next on their hit list. So Collective Shout is actually Radical Christians. I didn't know that. Interesting. So yeah, LGBTQ might be next on the list, unironically. Interesting. Very interesting. Hello, Weird World. How are you doing? Sorry for being late. All good, mate. What did I miss? Just Superhuman's destruction. That's all. My wife sex tricked me, so we got to visit her mother. Fucking wives. Goddamn. Damn, I feel for you, Necro. Don't. Sex was great. Yeah. Maybe it's for the 2-3 combo. What does that mean? Give her some nuts. I don't know what that means. I just finished the last update. It was awesome, bro. Yeah, the very final update of Superhuman was last update. Yeah. That's kind of sad, isn't it? But glad you enjoyed it, Emir Khan. Glad you enjoyed it. But yeah. My hot take is Steam shouldn't have any adult games on their platform. I prefer they make a separate one for them. I like adult and non-adult separate. Do I agree? Like if Valve themselves made like a separate one, maybe I'd agree. But the problem is like Steam's just so huge that it like promotes such a huge amount of people towards all these adult games. That's the benefit of it. But yeah, I think the easiest thing is just to have the what do you call the filter on, like where it's set by default that you don't see like adult games show up on the main page or show up in your searches unless you like specifically searched up for it. And then like you can turn that filter off and then they start showing up. I feel like that's just the best case scenario. Just if you don't like it, your filter is on by default. You never have to turn it off. I feel like that's just perfectly reasonable. The only reason that Collective Shout has not gone after NTR is because Tom bribed them. True. It's not a hot take. Most R and incest games have their fans, and most people don't treat it as more than fiction. Yeah, I feel like that's the case. Yeah. Yeah, I don't care about those games. Like back in the day, I'd play fucking, what do you call it, the Timerman games. It's not really my taste anymore because they go kind of fucked up. But yeah, some of the art for that shit was amazing. Yeah. What are your thoughts on gooning? Depends what you mean. I think it's fine. If you want to goon, you know? People need to understand that Collective Shout aren't liberal or pro-rights. They're as conservative as you get. That makes a lot of sense to me. I was kind of confused for a little bit, but that makes perfect sense. I mean, ironically, if you take porn games away, the deep and weird part of our community will be released upon the world if they can't get their 2D lollies. I've heard that there's research saying that access to things like lolly porn and such like reduces the inclination of pedophiles to actually do it in the real world. I've heard that. I don't know how legit it is though. I don't think people look into it too much. They don't do a whole lot of research into it. I've heard that that's true, though. In which case, W for them. But yeah. If people don't like it, no one is forcing them to buy and play it. I'm not into lolly shit, and don't see me going around trying to get all lolly games removed. True. Yeah, just don't fucking do it. Just don't fucking do it. You know what rhymes with trigger? Yeah, watch yourself, Armin. We're in that kind of fucking chat, right? Yeah, fuck them. They were harassing streamers and trying to cancel people when Hogwarts Legacy came out. Oh, I do remember that. Like there was a big thing about the VTuber Silvervale. Huge fucking tits on that model. Great. I haven't watched a whole lot of her shit. Her model is fucking amazing. Jesus. Like she's got like the kind of tits that you'd see in fucking Superhuman. That's. But yeah, I remember she got like I don't know what happened to her. Like people like went after her or some shit. Oh, did you hear about the whole VTuber implosion? Like the whole fucking company just went up, fucking belly up. That was crazy. God damn. But yeah. But CS and PP aside, what the fuck is PP? Any news about your web novel? Oh, yeah, right. That'll probably be announced sometime this week. I was actually planning to do like a stream talking about it. And it was going to be this stream, but I got kind of distracted and fucked over by all this nonsense. So yeah. So we're talking about that. But yeah, I'll probably release a standalone YouTube video, and then I'll do a stream talking about it. That's probably what I'm planning to do regarding the web novel. So yeah, eventually that'll happen. That'll happen. I loved how the Helldivers devs replied back then to these feminists and LGBTQ supremacists. They still stuck to their ideals, will forever have my respect. Well, I think right now it's just the feminists. Like, I don't think the LGBTQ are on their side at all. I think it's just the feminists. The pure feminists. Old weird man. Old people are going to attract less kids. Weird world, a porn game dev. True. Max is pretty up in age, and he has a massive following in FGC. I don't know what FGC is. I don't know who Max is. So it's really not about whether someone is underage or not to me. It's just like stuff separate. Kind of like if you want to buy a porn movie, you go to an adult store, not Walmart. I understand what you mean. But I think it's just easier, just more convenient to have it all together. But if there was an equivalent sized thing, I can get behind it. Like if Valve did it themselves. People are more mad at racist stuff. There's just less discussion about it, because almost everyone is on the same opinion that racism is retarded. Oh yeah, that's probably true. But that's what I mean. That is what I mean. Does Superhuman not technically have incest with like Liz and Amber? No. Do Liz and Amber like fucking have sex? I don't think I've done that. I mean, there's like a threesome, but I don't think they're like fucking making out in that. I think they're just getting like dick down like separately. I'm pretty sure. Oh my god, V Shoujo, yeah. Yeah, crazy. Didn't Fruit cheat on her husband while he was in military service law? But even if she did, I wouldn't really give a fuck. What a weird world. True. What a weird world. Weird world. In case your patron remains untouched, are you relatively unaffected for now, considering your game income is unaffected? Generally speaking, sure. Apart from like less exposure, less growth, and all that. Like it's still a bad thing, but it's not like fucking killing me or anything. Wasn't Collective Shout from Australia, or am I misremembering things? Yeah, it's from fucking Australians. God damn, I hate fucking Australians. Fucking cunts. Sorry, just joined. So how much does the payment processing drama affect you so far, Widward? Yeah, mainly just what I said. Mainly just on like growth and exposure and stuff like that. It's not, I was probably either my first or second biggest viewed, like place, well, biggest place where Superhuman was viewed. Like it was either itch.io or F95. Like one of those two were like are the biggest. I'm not sure if itch.io is number one, number two, but losing it, like just in general, is bad. Hopefully, someone made a good point that since every game, porn game is shadow banned, you can like diverts traction towards like more pure NSFW sites, in which case they might find Superhuman. So that's good. But yeah, losing it is not you know, it's not fucking ideal, you know. It ain't fucking ideal. How do you define racism? Because saying that you want less immigration or that illegal have no place in your country is considered racism, is it? I mean, it could be. Yeah, but it could be. But it could also be that the people talking about it could be doing it because they're racist. It can go both ways. Besides the whole censorship, Ozzy died this week also. Shake my head. Is that Ozzy Osbourne? Yeah. Damn. Good order. It's time to manifest the first apostle and go underground and become the hidden gem game. And don't become too famous. Yeah, well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'd like a lot of people to play my game. That's probably, like, aside from money, which I do like money, and I do want more money. Aside from that, my main motivator probably is to get more people playing my game, to like viewing my work. I do enjoy that. That's probably like my main goal. So losing itch.io, pretty sad, pretty unfortunate state of affairs. And because itch.io was like, not that there's anything wrong with having like adult games, but itch.io was kind of like a legitimate, like, just game provider. Like, no, like, it's not really piracy. It's not pure NSFW. It's just a game holder that I can say, yeah, I've got a game up there. And I mean, technically speaking, I still do. It's kind of fucked that no one can see it anymore, though. Well, apart from people who already know about it. Always gatekeep. Never let normies find out. Yeah, we'll see. I prefer as many normies as I can. Well, not specifically normies. I prefer like as many people as I can play the game. That's just my general desire. I prefer to get as many people playing Superhuman as possible. By the way, Weird World, this is your 58th stream. Crazy how time flies. Yeah, it is fucking crazy. Man, I've streamed a lot. 58 streams? That's I mean, probably compared to like normal streamers, not that much. But, you know, for me, you know, doing full-time this other fucking game shit and I'm still doing a stream, that's not bad. Hey, we just made it. What are your thoughts on all this BS? I think it's fucking bullshit that payment processors going to control like what one person does or doesn't sell. I think that's kind of fucked up and it's kind of fucking retarded. I think if they can decide who they are and aren't fucking selling shit to, then they should be like held accountable whenever someone does buy something fucked up. Like if someone like buys some crazy fucking bullshit with their credit card, I don't even know what it would be, and that shit was illegal, I think fucking credit card companies should be like what do you call it, punished for it. Because if they're picking and choosing who gets to sell, why wouldn't they be held responsible for who they pick and choose? That just doesn't make sense to me. That's just plain insecurity, in my opinion. If you are scared to be upfront about an aspect of your hobby when you do, then why do it at all? If you are too scared to show what your games you like openly, don't play and follow at all. I don't know about that. I think people want to be private, they can be private. I don't see why that would be an issue. In South America, the N-word is what you call your chocolate friends. That can be true. I've never been to South America. What are you going to do after Superhuman's done? Superhuman 2, lol? Maybe. Guys, the eclipse is cancelled. Apostles are going back home, I guess. Yeah, they're just fucking going back home. And back to the higher realm. It's a shame. Real shame. Real fucking shame. Blurry lines, I guess. I was thinking of more obvious stuff. Did you hear the Tea Party app got hacked? The same act that talks shit behind Man app. All their pics, selfies, and private info got leaked. And most of them glass-wearing whales. Okay. Interesting. No, I didn't hear about that. No. Yes, it is the word for color, black in Spanish. Oh. Oh. Okay, that makes sense. Looks like the Great Pirate Age is going to be massive. Probably. Is payment bullshit affecting Patreon? Not yet, as far as I know. That should not be taken as racism, because it's common to say that illegal immigration a lot of times creates terrorism because they weren't registered when they came to the country. Maybe, I don't know. The collapse of Big Bank and the return of cash is upon us. Yeah, I don't know if that's going to happen, Eldred. I don't know if that's going to happen. Yeah, but under hate speech and harmful content, it can be censored. Or bottle caps, Fallout style. Yeah, true. No collective shout will kick down your door if you buy a dildo. Watch out. True. I wonder if it'll start like affecting like sex shops. Like payment process decided you can't buy fucking dildos anymore. That'd be kind of fucked up, wouldn't it? Bro, we live in a time where even the word damn can be taken as hate speech. How can the word damn be taken as hate speech? How is that possible? I don't see. Is it like against, do the Christians get mad? Is that what it is? The Christians are getting fucking pissed? Crypto is a scam. Yeah, there's a lot of scams. I don't know if like Bitcoin is a scam, but I know there's a lot of like scam crypto coins. Yeah. I've heard anime is also next. True. Get the fucking Japs out of here. Fucking hell. What if there was a way to buy a virtual coin by which we can pay for these games and the devs can change it back into real world money? I don't know about that. That's just crypto. I think you missed my point. I like things to be proper in their proper place rather than trying to shove everything into one place. It also makes it harder to ignore it when you don't want to see it. It's like degeneracy and porn is trying to invade every space I like, and I think it's not unreasonable for me to dislike them. I think it's reasonable. I don't necessarily agree, but I think it's reasonable. Sure. I wasn't aware that Australia had legal prostitution. I don't know about prostitution. Well, I mean, yeah. I don't know if you can walk the streets in Australia. I don't think you can. But there's legal brothels. That's the thing. Speaking of Japan, Japanese is looking into a whole collective shout and credit card issues right now. Though. Good. Yeah, I imagine Japanese are getting fucked by that because they deal in a lot of like the hentai type stuff, and a lot of it goes into pretty fucking crazy directions. I mean, all of anime. Yeah, I get what you mean. Although Madame Savvy on Twitter is exposing collective shout, no idea who that is. Like even a high up Japanese politician is with her now and investigating the matter. Ooh. Although they say they will sanction Visa and MasterCard as well. That'd be good. If like a whole country starts like fucking with Visa and MasterCard's revenue, I think that's good. That's what's likely to fuck over something an initiative like collective shout. Like a whole country like sanctioning them. I feel like that would make a change. Like collective shout, let's be real, they have no fucking power. They're just a bunch of fucking retards complaining. But yeah, the country has power. That could be a good way to get it like flipped. There is setting for that. You can also arrange your library to your choice. It's just more continuing arguing with many ones. I still can't believe how crazy women went over Andy and Laylee incest game. Did women go crazy over that? I heard that game was pretty well received. But yeah, maybe. I was looking at the Twitter page of a whole wholesome streamer in the UK. They got 98% of their tweets gone. All the photos. Everything slightly sexualizing gone. UK is fucked. Damn. Not even Collective Shout knows what Collective Shout wants. Yeah. I think your game can be a unisex game. I don't know what that means. You mean like both men and women play it? Is that what you mean? I mean, I don't see why not. It's mainly for dudes though, since the main character's a dude. You're doing like dudely things, killing things and stuff. But yeah, I mean, I'd happily have more women playing my game. And to be fair, I have had some. I've had some women in the community message me and such, so that's nice. But yeah, I think it's overwhelmingly a male audience. Hey, Weirdlord, why not add a membership to your YouTube so you can get some payments through these sites as well? I don't know. What do you have to do for membership? Is there something like special? Or do you just a switch you flick on? Yeah, I mean, I'm not opposed to it. Not opposed at all. I know I have said it before, but I want to say it again. Your game is brilliant. Love the story, the characters, the powers, the boobs. Would be cool if you could make it into an RPG in Unreal Engine 5. Yeah, that would be fucking cool. That's originally what I wanted to do, you know. When I first saw Lost Souls Aside, I wanted to do something like that. But, you know, one man, you know, it's a pain in the ass. It's just easy to make a visual novel. But, yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, and I appreciate that, man. Glad you're enjoying the game. To the guy that said women went crazy over Andy and Lately, the game is made by a woman. I don't know why you're generalizing. That makes sense. Made by a woman. Interesting. That's good. I heard it's really good. I haven't played it. Maybe I'll play it on stream. It sounds like it's right up my alley. Not the incest thing, but, you know, the like, crazy dark themes. I really don't think any women play Superhuman. There's a few. It's just they're just massively underrepresented. Is that the right word? I don't know if that's the right word. There's just not a lot of them. Especially considering the degenerate stuff they feature along. True. It's probably be good to remove some of the borderline scenes you're still pushing for Steam release. Yeah, that's true. Yes, Snow White scene is probably going to get cash. What's the word? Axed? Cut? I some word for it. I can't remember what it was. Yeah, Snow White scene's probably going to get axed. This is NTR is already going to get like redone in a way to be like a less weird in that kind of sense. It's like the violence and the sex will be more segregated in the Liz NTR route. So it'll be more conforming, I suppose you could say. Yeah. That'll happen. That'll happen. Remove or alter, I guess. Yeah. Snow White will probably just be outright removed. I will alter the others though. Yeah. The 95 remembers the Berserk horse. True. Yeah, I mean the horse will appear again. It's just you're probably not going to be able to fuck it. That's all. Because I like the horse's design. I think it's a cool design, like the mini eyes and shit. The horse face. I think that's a cool design. Like the centaur version is cool as well. But yeah, I was quite happy with how the horse turned out. So he'll be appearing again. That'll happen. Just not going to be like a sex scene with him. That's all. There are quite a few women on the Discord. Yeah, I've seen it. I don't know about quite a few. There's a few. I don't know about quite a few. Yeah, they exist though. Hell, ain't sure on this, but I'm pretty sure NTR is popular with women. Lamau. I don't know. I've not heard it. I've not heard anything against it though. Yeah, could be. The female Superhuman fan base is freaky. If Necro's wife is anything to go by, maybe. Oh, we love him for it. True. Necro's married. With the Snow White scene, I genuinely understand, and I don't think any majority is going to complain. Kind of weird to complain about that one, to be honest. Yeah, well, it's just how it goes sometimes, you know. Jared's Fem MC scene was kind of bad too. Ooh, actually, is that true? Yes. I don't know how willing. I can't remember how willing Jared was. I mean, he seems like the kind of guy who would just get it up and go for it. But I don't know how I portrayed him. I might just portray him as more into it. But then you do break his dick. I don't know. I don't know how that's going to roll over. Yeah, that might need to be changed. I love it when Weird reads someone replying to another chatter and has no idea what the context is. It's funny as shit. True. I'll do that just right now. If you mean Steam, that setting doesn't get rid of those games. A lot just do cheap censors and put it out anyway, so it's obvious that they're still there. It may be another hot take, but I personally think if you're going to make a porn game, you should stick to it and don't make censored versions. I get why people do it, but I don't like it. If Steam had a separate storefront, I'd be cool with it. If they wanted to have a way to connect the storefront to Steam so you could have a SI. I don't know what the SI means. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I don't know if I agree with that, but I don't like find it like what do you call it? Obviously objectable. Lol, I'm gonna get my ass kicked by what by your wife. Yeah. Wish there was a direct way to pay or an option to directly donate via F95. As such a huge forum, us members should try to implement one. That would be cool. I guess they figured that just linking to the Patreon is good enough, I assume. Which I'm not necessarily against. Yeah, yeah. Having a more obvious Patreon icon, maybe. But yeah, I'm not necessarily against how they do it as is, where they just have links to the Patreon. And my wife is just a case of freak. Is the Steam version going to be its own version, or are its changes going to affect the whole game? I don't know. Because I don't know how Patreon views all that shit as well. So I'll have to think about it. We need to see how freaky Sister Ruto is before. I don't know what the fuck Sister Ruto is. Oops. Sad that Superhuman will never see the light of 1.0. Will forever be stuck with 0.9999. Yeah, that does suck. Fucks with my OCD. MC stuck at level 3 forever. See, I warned you guys. I told you. Level 4 ain't a thing. And see, this is why. It's because of collective shout. Guys, itch.io is only the beginning. They will pressure everything. F95, OnlyFans, Rule 34, Pornhub, everything. If there's monetization or ads, which is everywhere, it will be pressured. Probably. But I feel like the backlash has been enough that it'll probably like bury a lot of that will. Hopefully, it gets to a point where the payment processes reverse their decision or get regulated. That'd be ideal. Like, best case scenario is they get regulated. But then reversing their decisions or their threats or whatever, that'll also do the job. To be honest, I think Superhuman would be great even without NSFW stuff, just based on the story and the character dynamics. Yeah, but I think it does add something. Like it's a bit of extra fun, So hear me out, Weird World. The Shadow Cult kind of took a huge blow after Scyther's departure. Did Scyther depart? I didn't even realize. Well, I saw him fairly recently. And bestiality is always iffy. But you still have an opportunity here. Shadow is sick, right? So the obvious. What's the obvious? Solution here is to allow the MC to, with his Prism development body transformation ability, to give Shadow a human body. Classic Tsundere dog kill. I don't know about that, mate. I don't know about that. Is the Ever 4 in the room with us right now? Yeah. People just it's in their heads, If Bleach can do that, you can do it too. What did Bleach do? Scyther departed as the dog thing here. Scyther departed as cult leader. As cult leader. Damn shame. Guys, itch.io. Wait, I already read that. It's like ORV, as long as there is no official confirmation, the ending potential is limitless. I don't know what that's a reference to. Stop doing posting. If the future of Superhuman is over and no more updates are coming, can you tell us what the rest of the story would be? No, sorry, mate. It got scrubbed by my brain by collective shout. All their shouting kind of fucked my whole memory on that. I wish I could, though. I wish I could. I don't even know why it has to be a left versus right discussion. I don't think it is. I think collective shout, they're on the right, if they're Christian, I'd assume. And they're kind of fucking with the right kind of is fucked by them as well. So everyone's fucked by them. I feel like the people who want to dictate over others just exist in all stripes, and people of all stripes should band together to shut them up. True. A lot of this tribalism shit just dilutes a whole lot of the argument. Yeah, I think everyone should just be against it. I think the right hates it, and I think the left hates it. And I think, it's kind of fucked. Since when does banks run on a moral compass? True. They literally loan money to others on how much chances are there not for them to be able to pay it back so they can be exploited. I don't know if that's true. But yeah, why would they have a moral compass? Oh yeah, VChojo collapsed? Yeah, VChojo got fucked. Too bad. I don't pay any attention to VTubers, to be honest. Other than you for a brief period, I guess. True. Old VTuber Weird World. Where'd he go? He'll be back, alright? He'll be back eventually. I do want to get a model made. I was thinking about drawing it myself, but I'm too fucking lazy. I've got too much shit on. I think Japan is fighting back some of this payment processor strong arming, so I'm hoping there will be enough of a stink raised that either the processors cave and stay in their lane, or new processors are made that accepts this stuff and people switch. That's what I'm hoping. Yeah, that's a good true many ones. True, it's funny that now that their shit is being censored, liberals start to whine and got a taste of their own medicine, but we do need to get past that and unite against censorship of all kinds. I'm just trying to think. But yeah, I generally agree. Everyone should be pissed about it. Sorry to bust your bubble, but they don't. What does that mean? Time to add 85 disclaimers to Superhuman splash screen. Weird? True. I'll add that in next update. So I have to ditch that shadow for Claudia, though. Oh. Claudia, eh? Are we ever going to see what the MC looks like in Claudia's future? Maybe. Oh, but then again, since Superhuman's cancelled, no, I guess not. Shadow was the first face we saw besides the MC. We owe it to her. Would you consider making a spin-off of any character like that Superhuman who is considered strongest in the world? He controls the wind, I believe. Probably not. I'd probably rather just move on to a new property. I'm not a fan of spin-offs in general. I could see little things, but not like a full-on game or anything. I love the fact that they think adult games should be restricted, but big titty 3D model VTubers is okay. I don't think Collective Shout would like them either, if we're being honest. No one finds anything wrong with these idiots spending thousands just to get some lines from VTuber using 18+ models. I'm pretty sure Collective Shout would hate them as well, based on what I've heard just so far. Woodward, I recommend watching Penguin Zero's video on all this censorship. It's titled "Censorship is Out of Control." He goes into all they Collective Shout have done so far and talks about it goes on to everything they've done so far. Interesting. Yeah, if someone can link that, I could give that a watch. Hulk Hogan also died. Damn. When did that happen? I didn't hear about that. I heard about Ozzy. I didn't hear about fucking Hulk. Shoujo theft from charity censorship shit month. Yeah, it's shit fucking month. Agreed. Fuck Visa and fuck MasterCard. Puritanical pussies. Yeah. Yeah. Fuck them. Who would win, MC versus Visa and MasterCard? Well, apparently Visa and MasterCard, because they just killed the MC. Hydrate. Yeah, true. Horse design was better than the Centaur? Yeah, probably. Snow White, I don't remember Snow White scene. Am I missing something? Yeah, you're missing something, right? Number foul, Snow White took me a sec. Yeah. It's the morgue if you piss Jake off in prison. True. AWF just got updated. What's that AWF? Snow White is the prison lady without a pulse. That was very much not consenting on the Jared scene. It was? Yeah. Well, there you go. Maybe the MC/Minyak threesome should be altered as well. It kind of blurs the violence/sex lines. Yeah, threesome. Pretty sure they're asking for it. Well, they're into it for sure. I don't know if they're asking for it though. I'll have to alter some lines as well. Yeah, but it's a guy getting sexually assaulted, so I think Collective Shout would be fine with it. Probably. I don't know. I think Collective Shout will change their views at the drop of a hat if it suits them. I don't know. Making a short prequel, either a game or just a short story, would be interesting. A short story is possible. I don't know about a game. A game's a pain in the ass to make. Would I have to go now? Please don't lose hope. As I have a good job, I'll be supporting your impression. I appreciate that, Kihi. I appreciate that a lot. Looking forward to the future Superhuman. I know it will be. We'll persevere. Yeah. We'll push through. Yeah. See you, mate. Thanks for dropping in. There's also the gacha space, which is untouched despite the blatant sexualization of characters, and the best part, gambling, and the games aren't even rated M. They are marked towards children. That's kind of fucked up. They'll go after that too, don't worry. Yeah, it's only a matter of time. Not without no censor, or half the game is going to be altered using vague guidelines. Yeah, just how it has to go. Just how it goes, mate. You're right. Why should I expect people to be ideologically consistent? I don't know. Now I understand what you said about Cole and Jared being the strongest. They really won with this collective shout stunt they pulled. The biggest two bitches won after all. Damn. Damn, that sucks. That sucks. Cry Nero, I'm just saying it's good to be ahead of the curve with this dipshittery. I don't know what that's a reference to. Held message for reason, smart detection. Expired and not posted to chat. Oh, not posted to chat. Well, let's read it out. There is no getting ahead with this. You don't do rape or bestiality and it's fine. You just don't do rape. Yeah. Weird. Can we ask law questions this stream, or is this stream only for serious real life matters? No. Ask whatever you want. But all my streams are basically the same. Like, you just ask a question and I'll answer it. It's basically all it is. Just go ahead. It doesn't really matter what the question is. There's like different topics, like, you know, there's tier list topics and like various, but you can just still ask the same shit. It doesn't really matter. Well, they're technically consistent. If a group is against sexual assault against women, men are excluded from that. That's why dudes gotta stick up for each other as well, because these women sure as hell won't. True. Nominators here. Most not retarded people will stand for everyone. I would stand for both women and men, and I would assume you would. Tribalism is bad. Sure. I mean, in a general sense. Tribalism can be good. It just, you know, depends on how it's done. Woodward, you should make an Easter egg of middle-aged blue, red, green, and pink-haired women screaming at MC because he's a fuckboy. And the group name in Superhuman would be shouting collectively. A bit on the nose, but I mean, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I'll say that. But I am crying Nero. How you doing? Fine. You ready to ask some law questions? True. Here's Penguin Zero's video. Oh, good. That's handy. You got that there? Pause that. Sure. We'll get around to that. I do like Penguin Zero, Moist Griddle. I don't like watch his channel regularly, but I've seen some of his videos, and usually they're pretty enjoyable. He has a interesting, I don't know what the word is, cadence. Yeah, the way he talks about things is it's quite entertaining. That's right, Weird World, no bestiality, but is Shadow truly still a dog if she has the body of a human? She even has heightened intelligence due to Motsa parts touch, so she what would be stopping us? Just saying. Anyway, I rest my case. Tried for the cult. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. By that I mean it's not happening. I also got another idea for the Steam release. Make Superhuman's game about a guy helping the shopkeep, using his powers to keep the shop cleaned and organized. Why would that be in the Steam release? Woodward, could you tell us what would happen to a woman with breast implants if she got turned into a superhuman? Would she go back to her natural size, or would she keep her size and the implants? Or would she keep her size but have the implants replaced by real breasts? They'd probably be replaced by real breasts. Like, your body would absorb it and just like replace it with the natural ones. That's probably what would happen. Then be my guest. I think we talked enough about this subject. Sure. Maybe once Superhuman is 100% done, you can release a timeline of everything that happens to Superhuman with a deep dive into important events. As a separate thing, not inside the game, for those who want to learn lore. Yeah, that'll probably happen. Or maybe you want to keep lots of events secret. Yeah, this is probably true. Yeah, once Superhuman ends, there'll be a lot of like lore shit I'll still do. Like character profiles will continue, monster reports, you know, all that kind of stuff. And things like timelines and like miscellaneous like stuff like that. Not going to do another game like for it, like, you know, like a spin-off or anything like that. But yeah, like miscellaneous works will still happen. Weird, how physical of a superhuman is Klaus? I feel like he should be pretty physical considering his passive defense is being surrounded by hot burning pink plasma. Yeah, he's pretty physical. Yeah, not as much as Alice, but yeah, pretty physical. Law question. Pure spawn are connected to their apostle and can communicate with them. What of a lesser spawn who aren't pure? Can connect pure spawn are connected to their apostle. Oh, yeah. I mean, it's not like the same communication specifically, but apostles will connect to like all spawn, generally speaking. Although what they say and like or is expressed is generally a little bit more like generic. I remembered something. I believe Moist Critical actually voice acted a minor character in a video game I once played. That game had horrendous voice acting. It's called Anima Gate of Memories. Interesting. Would the Steam release to make sure it never gets censored? Would be the Steam release to make sure. Yeah. Have you ever thought of releasing Superhuman on GOG? I'll probably do that around the same time and release it on Steam. Or maybe I should like stagger it out. No. Yeah, maybe. But yeah, I probably will do so. That's broken. So the majority of LA is, if they turned into Superhuman, would finally be a haven of beauty. True. Monster reports would be so cool. Yeah, true. I'm still gonna make one for fucking Tom. I'm getting around to it. Woodward, could you tell us who likes Ella more, body or memory? Likes Ella more? Probably body. Hi, what is the biggest mistake you have ever made in your life? And what advice would you give to your 16-year-old self? Very, very strange question. Biggest mistake I've ever made in my life? Going to uni, probably, because it put me massively in debt. Yeah, I'd probably go into uni. Well, at least my first year. Because I went to uni for like business and all that shit. So that'd probably be my biggest mistake. And my advice would be, don't go to fucking uni. Stop studying fucking sciences and bullshit like that and do art. Learn how to fucking draw. Fucking, yeah, take creative writing classes and shit like that. Do that. Fucking hell. Yeah, that'd probably be my advice. Here a classroom professor says that things like shooting lasers from your hands, hint hint, it's a physical type. True. Here's a dumb fuck question. You mentioned liking Eternum. What superhuman powers would you give to the main characters from Eternum? I don't know if I remember all their names. Eye Patch Girl. To me, she seems like a Daryl. So I'd give her like creation type powers. Not maybe the same, but you know, something like that. I can't remember her fucking name. Was one of them named Stella? Or am I just making that up? Big booby blonde girl. What would I give to her? Fuck would I give to Blondie? It'd be something non-physical. Maybe fantasy. Fantasy to big booby blonde. To the mum type character, redhead. What would I give to her? Maybe Truth. Some Truth variant. To the gym girl. She'd have to be physical. She'd probably be like power. Yeah. And then to, what was the last one? The goth girl. Darkness. I feel like that's an easy one. Main character. I don't know. I feel like body would be like usually boring because we already did that. What the fuck would the main character get? Maybe Destruction. Something like that. Yeah. Oh, there you go. I don't remember any of their fucking names, but I remember the characters, so there you go. Now I just got to wait for the next poll where Nico BJ scene will for sure be there. The Shouting Collective scene to vote to. Oh yeah. Yeah. Interesting. Yep, that could happen. I know, but I was wondering how physical he was. Yeah. I knew he was physical, just not by how much. Yeah, he's pretty physical. He's pretty physical. His baseline physical strength would be about on par with the MC's, but the MC could, like, you know, enhance his muscles to go beyond. My biggest mistake was getting caught stealing. I would make sure to not get caught. True. Debbie's power for Penny. Which one's Penny? Penny's the blonde one. Do you remember that? Now that you've said it. Or Big Booby. Actually, fantasy is kind of Demi's power. Yeah, so that's a good one. Yeah. Or Big Booby Blonde, as you call it. True. Are the level 5 designed to be only level 5, or have you thought about abilities on lower levels? You mean their abilities, what they were like on lower levels? Yeah. I thought about it, but that's only like just written in the background. I don't know if you're ever going to see it. Woodward, now that you're getting more into AI, something you can put on Patreon is random voice clips of characters in the game, just so we'd have an idea of what they could sound like. Maybe. I could see it being done. I'm not opposed to it. For sure. If Shadow was infected, what would she get? Who knows? Power, like Michael? Probably not like exactly like Michael, but something of that variation. Concerning authority, it seemed to be really invested in Jake. Any reason, or is it like that with its own spawn? Oh, maybe we'll find out. Eye patch is Nova. Right. Big blue booby blonde is Penny. Mum is Nancy. Gym girl is Dahlia. All right, Dahlia. I think Dahlia is my favorite. Goth girl is Luna. Interesting. Character in my web novel is named Luna. I wonder if that's where I got it from. Well, then again, it could just be from Harry Potter. Luna Lovegood. Yeah. Good characters. I like probably Dahlia the best, I think. Can failed spawn regain their apostle's favor? Oh. Like Jake? Oh, yeah, sure. By the way, Weirdworld, did you update the music index and or fix the double music bug that I posted in Bug Report? I don't know about the music bug, but the index isn't updated because, or it is updated, it's just not updated with all the music because all the music that's not listed there is just music I've made with the fucking sudo. So, could you tell us if the giant monster from Ella used in the Battle of Diamonds was based on Silas Egregori? Giant monster form? Ella? Oh, no. Damn, fucking Thunderstorm is going crazy here. Internet just cut out for a little. Damn, that sucks. In the monster world, what were the slurs that different groups of humans called each other? I want to know what they called ours. I don't know. I haven't really thought out the slurs. Maybe I'll come up with something. Yeah, it could happen. Is the shopkeeper the strongest? Maybe. Are we right in assuming Ella sounds like Harley Quinn? No. I hate Harley Quinn's accent. It annoys the fuck out of me. Could level 1 Michael beat current Daryl in a fistfight? The difference in physical power is too much. Like, if you give like Michael some like preparation and some shit, then maybe. But even then, like he'd have to fight. Like I don't know how to put this properly. Michael would need guns to kill Daryl in a fistfight if Daryl was just using his fists. And even then, like a gun's, you have to hit somewhere like really vulnerable. Like if you shoot Daryl in the head with like a sniper, he's not going to die. And it might not even like seriously injure him. He's too powerful to beat with just your fists. Physically. Could you tell us what it takes for kids to be able to survive being turned into superhuman? Is it more just compatibility than all? Yeah, it's more genetics than anything. So I saw that Bernie's power would be C tier for a regular superhuman. Would Bernie be significantly more powerful if a stronger powered monster infected him, assuming he's compatible? No. Bernhard is the perfect superhuman. Is perfect in basically every way. Perfect in compatibility, in training, in the way he trains, in the direction he went, his mindset, all that. He's perfect in basically every way he needs to be, including the monster he got. Would the MC be able to heal Shadow at his current level? No. MC can barely heal anyone. Like, if there's like a hole in your gut, you could seal flesh over the wound and like stop you from bleeding. He could do that. Like without like serious help. He's not like fixing any like serious injuries, like spinal damage or anything like that. He's not fixing anything. He has virtually no ability to heal. He could like link a bone. No, he could do that. The bone might be a little bit fucked up, but he could do it. But yeah, healing something like a disease is impossible for him. I like to assume that Shopkeep is Weirdworld's avatar, maybe. But Daryl is a nerd though, true. Is the fourth Evo the friends we made along the way? Maybe. If Bernhardt could choose to have any power he wanted, what would he pick? He'd just keep what he has. Could you tell us what would happen if a child superhuman pulled a Henry and reached level 5 in a week? In the Cole report, it is mentioned how his maturity is heavily tied to his evolution, and Shin made it sound like that was the case for the rest of them. So if a 10-year-old reached level 5, would they turn into adult? Yes. They'd die, to be clear. But yes, they would turn to adult if they somehow did survive. Wouldn't a level 1 Michael be stronger than a gun? Wait, isn't this? Was he talking about human Michael? Oh, level 1 Michael. No, sorry. I thought read that as human Michael. Someone else asked that question last week. Could level 1 Michael beat Daryl in a fist fight? He's got better chances, but the chances still aren't great. Is Angelina level 3? No. She's level 2. Could Michael beat her in a fist fight? Yes. In the Cole report, it mentions how superhuman kids have the ability to increase their power, reduced until they reach a certain level of maturity. Could you tell us what level of maturity that is? Oh, level 4. Well, the physical change that level 4 brings. I suppose they do kind of grow up normally, even without evolving. It's like kind of tied to their evolution. If an animal could become a superhuman, what would happen to their body? Would a level 5 shadow look like? What would maybe the same, maybe different. It depends. It could be like partial monsterification, in which they'd have like different features. But in a lot of cases, they'd just be like a bigger, stronger version of what they already are. Could you tell us if the last tier list was less serious or accurate than other tier lists? Some people in Discord think that is the case. I don't know, I probably joked a fair bit. Like putting the fucking binoculars on fucking, was it S tier or whatever? It's not overly serious. The other things are like kind of serious. Like all the tier lists aren't like the most. I don't assume the tier list is like fucking enshrined in law. By law, I mean like, you know, game law. It's not like a concrete thing. It's just what I'm thinking at the time. That's for literally all of them. So, could like any of this change on that tier list? Yeah, absolutely. All of it could change. Literally all of it. I don't see why it would though, because it's not really talking about things that are actually happening in Superhuman. It's all about like an alternate reality, kind of what would happen if the average Joe got that power. And in that sense, yeah, it's probably pretty accurate. You have Valravn as an example. Yeah, Valravn's kind of a weird thing though. Greetings from Mexico. Believe it or not, the old art helped me to fall in love with the story. So if it's not a big hassle to make a legacy version with the old art, I'm probably not going to do that. But I will do like some bonus scenes in which we use some of the old art. You know, like go back to the old art style, just as like a fun like throwback. That's probably going to happen. But didn't the MC literally transform my prisoner? Why couldn't he fix Shadow issue by transforming her human body? Oh, he could, but the Shadow would be like kind of fucked up. Yeah, and I am thinking about changing that prison scene. I feel like a lot of people are getting misunderstandings from from how that shit works. Like maybe I didn't like explain it well enough. I might just change the whole thing. There's a lot of people are like asking, can't the MC heal this or that? No, like the MC is never going to have the power to heal people properly. I can say that. I don't usually like making hard like statements that but I can basically guarantee that the MC's ability to heal other people is basically never going to be a thing. Level 5, level 6, level a billion. When he becomes God, he's probably never going to have the ability to heal anyone. So I'm probably going to alter that scene so people get less of a misunderstanding from it. That's probably going to be a thing. But to answer your question, if what do you call it? The MC probably altered Shadow to be a human. Like it didn't just change the appearance like Johan. Like she probably fucking we call it warped. Or like interior, it wouldn't be Shadow anymore. It'd just be like a random human. Like the whole brain structure would be different. It'd just be a human. So there's like you might as well just like just kill her off and just make a new person. Like even if like you transformed her into another dog, it'd just be another dog. It wouldn't really be Shadow. There might be like weird fragments of memory, but it'd be fragments of memory remembered by someone else. So that's the answer to your question. But you can kind of see how that's kind of like a mouthful to explain. You know? So I'm probably just gonna change that whole prison scene entirely. I'm thinking like maybe like Johan is altered in that his facial and hair is altered. Like instead of like giving him like MC height, he'll stay at his current shorter height, and they'll kind of like just play it off as the prison guards they don't notice the difference in height. That might kind of make like a joke about that. And then he'll only like alter the facial features and like maybe not even the facial features, like just cover him with like a lot of hair and a little bit of facial altercation. Because they don't DNA test in prisons, I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure they don't do that. Like not after you've already been fucking imprisoned. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Something like that. So people like stop understanding that or thinking that the MC can like heal people. Because that's not going to be a thing. The entire prison arc was about that, and he was level 2 when that thing. He's like peak level 3 now. Oh yeah, and another thing is he's not better at transforming now that he's level 3 than he was at level 2. At transforming others, he's about the same. Weird one. The truth and fantasy traits can be used to achieve the same thing. There are no humans here. Can a truth impose it on the reality or a lie that alters the reality? Fantasy trait can't do that. Truth can do that. Truth and fantasy together can do that much more easily. But yeah, sorry if I misunderstood. No, it's not your fault. It's my fault for not writing the scene a little bit more explicitly. And I mean, I have reason to do that mainly because I don't like long explanations because I feel like people get bored. But yeah, it is my fault. To be clear, I just remember that scene being highlighted during the arc. Yeah, it's all good, mate. That would be awesome. So question, is the MC's weakness to electricity psychological from what happened to Sarah, or is it truly something that fucks him up? It could be something a bit of both, or something in between. I don't know. Maybe you'll find out in the future. Can I get your explanation now? Yeah, all good, mate. All good. But yeah, so yeah, I probably will alter that scene a little bit to make it more clear. So people stop understanding it. Stop like misunderstanding what I meant by that. Yeah. Could you tell us if we'd be able to ask what Claudia's power position in the power tier list is when we see her in action? Oh yeah, sure. We've seen some older superhumans. If a decrepit old man got infected, would he revert in his prime, or would he need to make it to a further evolution? He'd generally speaking go to his prime, but that doesn't necessarily mean his like physical like appearance would change. Like his face wouldn't necessarily go like smooth and flat. It might go a little bit. Like he could like if he's like 80 years old, he might like look like a 40-year-old again. I think Rena, that happened to Rena. She was like 50. She looks like a 20-year-old again. That can happen. It just depends on the person. But yeah, a decrepit old man would go back to his prime. He might look a little bit older, like 40, 30. But yeah, he would go back to his physical prime. Hey, Woodward, I think it would be cool if MC weaponized his hair like Ella. Or maybe his hair gets replaced by backtails in Dawn 4. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. What is each chosen's most impressive feat? What they are most renowned for by monsters and such? Why are you asking that? Why would I tell you that? Some scenes, meaning when MC meets Ella at the park and she has the newer art in 1.0, will she have the old art? Yes. Yes, that's probably what's going to happen. Use the old art for Spirit Stone's Lemafau. Oh yeah, maybe. Maybe just like blur out the face. Yeah, true. MC is built to kill, not to heal. Kind of. Don't take away female prisoners, please, Weird World. I'm begging. Oh yeah. I'd have to do something about fucking what's her face? Nikki. I'd have to do something about that. Tits MC could give. That's a reasonable thing. But a pussy, I don't know about the pussy. Might have to turn her into Futa or something. Yeah. That'll have to be finagled. I am new here, and I don't know if this was addressed before, but in the previous update, it was mentioned that we were on the final chapter of this game. I was wondering if 1.0 will be a completed game, or will it be like a chapter end of a section of the bigger story? Who knows? It's still up in the air. No one knows, man. It'll be a big conclusion. Will it be the end of Superhuman? I don't know about that. Or you could alter Johan's stature to be somewhat similar to the MC. Yeah, that's true. I could also just make Johan super fucking tall. That's something I could do. Yeah. Like he's just a big guy. Like he's just naturally like 6'8". There's 6'8" people in the world. I could buy that. Pre-change, I mean. Yeah, that's fair. So yeah, just have him slightly less buff, about the same height, and then just alter his facial features a little bit. And the hair, change his hair a bit. That could be done. Even if the MC like doesn't like perfectly alter the hair. Like I mean the face. Like the hair would cover a lot of it. So the power of Goon compelled him. True. I'm thinking MC is able to change others at the level of something like a plastic surgeon, only with flesh control, so better in some cases. Control, yeah. But he's not able to, he's not as knowledgeable as a surgeon, so maybe worse in some cases. This is probably accurate. This is probably about what he can do. Yeah. He can alter like surface level things quite easily. Like tits. He can give some tits. A bigger ass, a bigger dick. You could do that. You can like grow things. Like if for some reason you wanted an arm the size of a fucking car, he could probably do that. With a bit of training, of course. He could probably do it. In fact, maybe Johan wouldn't even need. You could just grow Johan a little bit. MC can probably grow people. You could probably do that. MC can probably grow a cunt. But yeah, he's not like altering like internal organs and fucking DNA. He ain't doing any of that. But yeah, surface features like you can want a nicely shaped nose. DMC could have kind of like just like mold it like clay a little bit. You could do that. And yeah, grow some new hair. Fucking give someone a bigger dick. You can do that. But yeah, none of that internal organ like healing bullshit or disease fixing bullshit. None of that's going to be done. Do you think current MC is the top 50 strongest superhuman in the world? Top 50? Yeah, probably. Does Indra fuck, or is he too devoted? Maybe. I mean, he might have some fucking female monster harem in the back that you don't see. It could happen. He's got long hair. Sexy guys usually have long hair, right? So, there you go. What tools did you use to make the music? I really like how, especially in the more mundane scenes, it fits so well. I don't make all the music, I make some of the music. And the tool I use is called Suno. It's like a fucking AI generated bullshit. Yeah, so some of the new tracks I make, but like all the classics are made by proper musicians, like Technoax, Mew, and a bunch of other people. It's all in the credits. In the credits, you can see who. There's a music index as well. You can see which song goes to who. Would you really have to change Nikki, though? The scene in question is gender bend from male to female, right? The issue people are having are rape, incest, and not NTR, gender bend, and beyond. Oh no, the issue is like to make it consistent with the MC's ability to like to change people. Like changing a dick to a vagina, that's kind of... I can get why people are confused about the MC's capabilities if he's doing shit like that. I can understand that. So yeah, giving Nikki pussy, yeah, that might be a bit, yeah, could be a bit of an issue. Maybe if you read up on it specifically, maybe. I don't know. Did DMC keep the ring from the path of time, and did his mind meld with his future self? Who knows? Unless you're referring to the MC's capabilities in regard to changing people needing to be changed. You got it. You got it. Someone in Discord asked, has he not already done it though? Like, it wasn't perfect, but I definitely call what he did to Laurie healing. Does that not count? Because Daryl helped. Yeah, it's because Daryl helped. He's using Daryl's knowledge and the MC's power together. So, like, I don't know if I mentioned it in the thing, but like a kind of like a memory link kind of thing. Yeah. Like MC kind of can heal. Like, he has like... Is the ability to, in the same way that like any random cunt can be a surgeon and cut someone open. he has the ability to heal. It's just that he doesn't have like the knowledge. Woodward, how is Laura? I need to know. Maybe you'll find out. Why the MC can't give a pussy to Nikki? Because I feel like that's kind of like anatomy related that the MC might not necessarily have the knowledge for. Future, it's a good day for Nobad? Maybe. We'll see about that. W change with Nikki. Yeah, MC at level 2 completely changed the man into a woman, down to the DNA. At level 2, I don't understand why he can't do much at level 3. Well, at level 3, he's not any better than he was, for one. But yeah, that might have to be changed. That might have to be old retconned, you know. My disappointment is immeasurable and my day is ruined. True. More Future, let's go. Future still needs a pussy though. No, there's pure dick Futures. There's plenty of that. They're going around. Probably not DNA, just primary and secondary sexual characteristics. Yeah. Nikki became a full-blown woman. True. Like being trans, I guess. Yeah, kind of. Like, unironically, just like how normal surgery would go. Except the MC is doing it. The thing is, all the MC shape-shifting feats is more internal and automatic than external. That more LL Lane. MC ability is well self-centered, in my opinion. True. I know weird way to describe it. Yeah, it's kind of true. MC is Galatil of Skyrim. I don't know what the fuck Galatil is. Boycott it. Call the card companies. I'm starting a cult right now. True. I would guess truth and fantasy are maybe body and truth. For what? Oh, to like change other people? Yeah, probably. Could you tell us what kind of messed up stuff the Sea Humans did in the end times? Was it similar to all the same stuff that Sky Humans did, or did Sea Humans not last that long? I Sea Humans lasted a while. Actually, I don't want to say that. Yeah, Sea Humans lasted a while. But as for the bad stuff they probably did a lot of the same stuff the Sky Humans did. They had a little bit more specific supremacy type stuff. But yeah, maybe you'll get to see at some point. In my opinion, MC can grow people and changing sex organs, but just like the IRL, where you can't change their DNA by changing what's between their legs, just the organ itself. But since he can shapeshift, he could make it a bit more realistic than a surgeon would do, but that's about it. No, that's possible. That's possible. It could just be that. But I don't know if he has the knowledge to make the inner workings of like a proper pussy. I don't know if that's a thing. Could be. Could be. I'll have to think about it. I thought the explanation present was pretty understandable. MC can change others' bodies if he has the memories to do so. Yeah, that's what I thought as well. But it feels like a lot of people are misunderstanding it. Yeah. Yeah. Which probably means that I just didn't explain it well enough. MC's been around a lot of pussy by the time he meets Nikki, so I think he needs memories at that point. That's true. He has. he has done a lot of that. Has done a lot of that. Not that he has his own to examine. You know, who's a better healer, Daryl or MC? Well, it depends on what you're looking at. MC generally, MC can do more. Daryl's kind of like a slower working. Daryl would be more closer to like a doctor, I suppose. Like he could stitch someone up with his like and fix shit with his elixir. So he's probably better. But MC could like if he had like a gaping wound, MC could like kind of fill it in, so it's not like bleeding and shit. Not like a perfect solution, but you know, it'd be harder for Daryl to like stop bleeding than the MC. It'd be easier for him to fix like other issues. It's weird to me that truth and authority seem pretty similar, to be honest. Just authority seems to be more focused on wills. I think that's a pretty heavy distinction, though. Like, I mean, truth's not commanding people to go fucking kill themselves, is it? But authority might be. I feel like that's a pretty big distinction. Gerald, I would guess, yeah, in some ways. Common Gerald W, true. MC is a field medic, not a surgeon. Yeah, that's probably a good way to do it. Yeah. Who would win? Current level 3 Ella or level 3 MC, since Ella glazes us for some reason? Probably Ella, but who knows? We will directly skip my question, Adam. What did you say? Too far away, mate. Repeat your question. Could you tell us how Clark knew Xanth wanted to talk to the MC when he had just learned the MC had returned? Oh, yeah, that's a good point. That's probably just a, what do you call it? An error. That's probably the truth. Right. Yeah, the Clark should know that the MC is back. Maybe he should be surprised that the MC is there. Yeah. Because MC left a report at the front desk. The hero. Right. So Clark should know the MC is back. He just shouldn't. He should be shocked that the MC is there. That'll probably be changed in the next update. Why wasn't life and death an apostle pair? I mean, it kind of is with like darkness and light. It's kind of like the same thing. Could MCD age someone, virtually make them immortal? Possibly, but not really. Well, no, maybe if he got better, but I'm not necessarily going to make him better. In replacement of another pair, I mean. Oh yeah. Just because I already got life and death. I mean, darkness and light. Galatil is the face sculptor that makes you change your appearance. Oh, well, that makes sense. Here's a retcon. Because the prison dude is human, and his knowledge is limited, so his powers did most of the work with perma-gender bend. I'm not entirely sure what that means. That's done most of the work. Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Good evening, Weird. How often do you look at the Discord, or do you just go in to make announcements? Yeah, I look through it every now and again. If someone tags me and they ask a question that's not like spoilery or something I don't want to answer, then I'll usually reply as well. So there's that. MC can change Nikki into a woman only if the MC is a man whore. That'd be an interesting. Interesting way to do it. By that logic of not knowing the inner workings, the MC shouldn't be able to create a pussy like he does sometimes himself. The MC can change himself in any way he wants. Like he can make animals, he can make basically anything he has the memories of. Changing himself is easy. Changing others is different. Weird World, my question was, what combination of apostles would you need to be peak fleshcrafter healer? Oh, you'd want truth. You'd want body. You maybe want a little bit of memory. What else would you want? Fantasy might help. Not necessary though. Creation was good. So yeah, some combination of those. Clark gets surprised the MC is there and then goes, yeah, the doc is waiting for you. Yeah. I also got confused by that. Yeah, true. I'll have to change that. Yeah. I mean, the prison dude MC turned into a human. Just say because the prison dude is a human, so the MC was able to turn him into a woman, I mean. Yeah, maybe. But that would still require, like, yeah, I'm not necessarily. I'll think about it. Because changing humans would be a lot easier than changing superhumans. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'll necessarily do all that retconning stuff. I don't know. I'll think about it. I might just make it more clear that the MC can't do this or that. Nice, thanks. I like the idea of fleshcrafting type character, and since the healing topic was mentioned, yep. No problem, mate. I feel like Light would be one of the best at healing. Oh yeah, if you're going for healing, yeah. That's fair. Weird, what's your personal favorite sex scene for any reason? Oh, the Nico teleporting scene was pretty good. What else is there? The Amber Train one was pretty good. It was pretty funny. I like the comedy. Yeah. I don't know. Probably those two. I'm trying to remember back older ones, but I can't remember. The Ella cat ear scene was pretty fucked up, but also kind of pretty good. Yeah. How skilled is Tiff at healing? Is that a bit of a lesser power on her end? Yeah, it's a bit of a lesser power. For authority, can that power be used to control things that aren't sentient? Like, could it order a rock to take a certain form or make the air denser? Who knows? Probably not, but you never know. I think only at higher levels. Maybe. Woodward, how good was Daryl in a fist fight before being turned into a superhuman? A bit above average, about as good as the MCU. Maybe a little bit better, maybe a bit worse. Hey, human? No, not that good. It was alright in fight. But it was bigger than the MC, so he kind of has the advantage over the MC. Yeah, but authority can do basically everything truth can do. Who says that? Who said anything about that? By just forcing reality to do what it wants, considering how Ella said authority can work on non-living things. Yeah, you might be misinterpreting what Ella meant by that. So. We'll hear from Trancoon later, yeah? Maybe. What would the early powers and characteristics of a spawn of Valravn be? Maybe you'll find out. That would be truth, though, wouldn't it? No, never being. Oh, for controlling a rock. Yeah. Daryl was probably a bit better than MC because he was like 4'11. Yeah, I'm talking about pure skill. In terms of pure skill, Daryl's about as good as the MC in a fight. At the start of the game. But he had the advantage over MC because MC was short as fuck. Yeah. This is a weird question, but if MC was as old as a Glaquith, what would his personality be in your opinion? Cold and calculating, or wise, carefree, or something else? Probably more the wise and carefree, probably. Weird World, what arc of the game do you personally dislike the most? Dislike the most. That's an interesting one. The prison/Jake arc had problems. I like it now in retrospect, but it had a lot of problems going into it. So maybe that one. Maybe. That's what I'd be thinking. Like I feel like I kind of like crammed a lot into it. And I don't know if that was the right decision. You talked about the edging. Could the Spawn of Time be able to do it as a secondary power? Maybe. Is there a reason MC was so short, or was it just to highlight the initial transformation? No particular reason. Just some people in the world are short. That's just how it goes, mate. Yeah, tough luck. That's basically it. Nothing super extensive beyond that. Why would it have to be a 100% functional vagina? This is true. Could you have the MC just give Nikki a vagina without having her any deeper internal and biological change? Could do. Yes. Weird Order. What character do you dislike the most in Superhuman? Dislike the most? Don't really like Jared, I'm being honest. So maybe Jared. How old is Sylar? Or would that fall under the spoiler? Not necessarily, but I'm not going to say it, just in case. Hola, mi gente. Hello, Alex. How's it been? Alright, caught up with the chat. Finally. Jesus, took fucking 2.5 hours. I don't even know how much longer I've got fucking streaming. Alright, let's watch this most critical video. Let's read that fucking Face ID check bullshit, see what it's really about. Yeah. Can dark and light traits negate and empower all concept and stuff? Or just specific things like an MP? You can negate and empower concepts, just depends on what they are. MC lost the human genetic Lotto, but I kind of won the superhuman one. Yeah, kind of. Now we need a future Nikki, or maybe we get a femboy plus vagina plus futa, with a futa as a third new option. No, I don't know about that one, mate. I don't know about that one. But yeah, alright. What do we got here? Right, face, age, and ID check. Someone was talking about this. This sounds pretty fucking stupid. It's happening in Australia. Oh, goddamn. It's in Australia. It's about to fundamentally change. Fucking hell. New codes developed. Do I care about this? On the internet, nobody knows you're a dog. But in Australia, it might soon be the case that everything from search engines to social media sites to app stores and AI chatbots will have to know your age. That's fucked up. Fucking Albanese. Yeah, I heard about the banning under 16s. I'm not opposed to that. Which will come into effect in December. Managed to deploy online services, blah, blah, blah. Will require search engines to have an age assurance measure for all accounts. Where an account holder is determined to be aged under 18, the search engine will be required to switch to safety features. Identity check using ID such as driver's license. Should logged in accounts from search engines. Just search engines? Like Google? Like I have to give my fucking ID to Google? Is that how it is? Critical to ensure the layered safety approach, which also places responsibility and accountability and critical choke points in the tech stack, including the app stores and at the device level. The physical gateways to the internet where kids sign up and first declare their ages. This development, some people. Now Grok now includes pornographic chat while still being labeled as suitable for ages 12 plus. Okay. Fortunate safeguards concerning access to pornography. Okay. Eating disorders and self-harm. Jesus. Rejected the notion that it would reduce anonymity online. So the codes targeted specific platforms hosting or providing access to specific kind of content. Well, that means you just have less anonymity on those sites, right? That it hands even more power and control over Australians to the same foreign tech companies is darkly hilarious. It is pretty fucking stupid, okay? So we're going to join the fucking English. God damn it. This is why we should have, like, decoupled from the Queen. Although I guess it's the King now. These codes introduce safeguard. Wait, how do these codes work? There's the codes. What are the codes? 6 more draft codes being considered. Huh. Wait, here we go. Industry code. It's not like a programming code. Oh, okay. Better go and make changes to Privacy Act. Search engines are one of the main gateways available for children with much harmful material. Yeah, okay. It sounds fucking retarded. I think fuck the kids, honestly. No, it sounds kind of bad, but fuck the kids. Let them access all this shit. Okay, have like the standard regulations of, you know, you have to 18. Say you're 18, make an account, link it to your email and all that bullshit. Keep that. And if the kids want to get around it, they're going to fucking get around it. They're going to get a VPN. They're going to do this shit. Fuck kids. Let them suffer. This pisses me off. I don't want to have to fucking upload my shit to every fucking site I use. What a pain in the fucking ass. They're gonna get to this shit anyway. Does it even really matter? Yeah. This sounds like a waste of time and effort. This sounds fucking retarded. The kid's randomly the only character the MC gets pregnant. True. Meanwhile, I just zoned out for God knows how long, lol. Thinking an hour just went by. Yeah, it's been fucking ages. If Australia keeps catching L's, maybe Weird needs to think about moving to another country. I don't know. It sounds like a pain in the fucking ass to me. It's a weird thing, and I have mixed feelings. Social media is a scourge on teenagers. True. And their mental health in general. True. A database of everyone. Just make it illegal. Just make it illegal for kids to go on. And if they get caught, they get fucked. Not, you know, in that way. But, you know, if they get caught, they get a fucking fine. The parents get fucking a whole bunch of hassle getting on their ass, and then the parents will regulate it because they don't want to be in fucking illegal. They don't need to do all this bullshit. A database of everyone's ID that certainly won't be juicy target for hackers. Yeah. Whitwood, can you add a teaser up for updates in your X account, like a picture or a quote every now and again, or like once a month at least? Yeah, maybe. Once a month I can do, probably. That seems reasonable. We need to send Weird World to North Korea. Kim Jong-un would 100% vibe with Superhuman. True. Hello, people. Aussie more fucked than the UK. Yeah, fucking hell. Hello, Rami. Yeah, hey, Rami. How's it going? I managed to catch a stream. Yeah, it's been a while. I went to Japan for 2 weeks on Monday. Oh, good on you. Sounds like a good time. It's always an arms race. Also, hello, Woodward. How's it going, man? Goodbye, privacy, and hello, Datalix. Yeah, fucking hell. Well, I hope you're there. You have fun there. Yeah. Sounds like a good time. Yeah, it does sound like a good time. You know, Woodward, to prevent that, You can go complain to your local or national government official about it, and that will make them reconsider implementing that. And for each person that complains, they will be less willing to implement it. Yeah, I might do so. If the kids get on, they get fucked. Weird world. True. If they get caught, they get fucked. Weird world of porn game dev talking about kids. True. France wanted to do like the UK, but they got cancelled it due to check if it. But they cancelled it to check if it fits into EU regulations. Because, we have new laws about privacy online and data security for personal info. Oh, lucky fucking EU people. Too bad fucking UK, what do you call it, was it the Brexit? They kind of like left that shit behind. Damn. Whittled should make a platypus monster. Those things are weird. Yeah, maybe. Which updating your ID or photo into a platform really goes against your privacy and security? Yeah, it's kind of fucking retarded. I'm not a fan of this. This seems fucking stupid. Yeah. It's like they try every single thing to not properly educate their children. Yeah. I don't know, man. A centipede monster would go hard. Maybe. Yeah, this all sounds pretty fucking stupid to me. Alright, let's have a look at old Moist Critical's videos. Penguin Zero. 14 minutes, that's a lot. We're going to put him at 1.5 speed. I don't know how much longer I've got stream. My voice is already getting fucking sore. So, alright, let's see what old Moist Critical has to say for us. I think he's talking about censorship, collective shout, I think. I can't hear. Headphones off. Oh shit, collective shout was right all along. I wanted to reactivate my Facebook account. I saw they asked for ID proof. I said fuck that and abandoned it. Yeah, fuck that. Jesus.
Now, I'm sure a lot of you saw, Steam a few days back announced that hundreds of games have been pulled from their catalog because of the efforts of a group known as Collective Shout. Collective Shout is an organization that has been forcing payment processors to bully platforms into removing games they deem unfit for sale due to the themes around them. And for Steam's case, they targeted hundreds of adult games that featured like rape and incest. And a lot of people were pumping their fists like, yeah, that's good. How could you possibly be mad at that? Less degeneracy and disgusting shit on the platform. This is a big W across the board. It's not censorship if it's things I don't like being taken down. Obviously, like every weapon out there, this is only going to be used for good. Clearly, they're only going to use this power to take down very bad, gross things. Sure. Which is the most low IQ take you could ever have.
It's just as if they're not going to come after all the other shit. Plus, a lot of the LGBTQ stuff, like I said, is already in the adult section.
Just yesterday has now also gone after itch.io, and they have removed every single not suitable for work game from their platform. Not just rape and incest games, all adult games. We have
de-indexed. Yeah, like my fucking game. Yeah, like my fucking game. What kind of bullshit is this? Goddamn.
All adult NSFW content from our browse and search pages. We understand this action is sudden and disruptive, and we are truly sorry for the frustration and confusion caused by this change. Recently, we came under scrutiny from our payment processors regarding the nature of some content.
Oh, they just outright say it. They just outright say it. I think Steam was kind of like quiet about it. Damn.
Due to a game titled No Mercy, which was temporarily available on itch.io before being banned back in April, the organization Collective Shout launched a campaign against Steam and itch.io directing concerns to our payment processors about the nature of certain content found on both platforms. So this is the playbook here. Collective Shout is a very powerful organization who somehow has a lot of leverage on payment processors. I don't know if they're just over there giving them perpetual wet willies or they got some serious dirt on like the upper echelon elites and food chain at the payment processors. Like they got proof they're in the Epstein files or some shit. They've got these payment processors by the nutsack and they are squeezing the piss from their balls. So now the payment processors are LARPing as the moral authority on what people are allowed to spend the money they earned on. So they are making these sweeping censorship changes to Steam and itch.io. Steam, they made it very easy for the public to not make a big stink about it because they went after a very low-hanging fruit target that most people aren't going to be upset about. Oh no, you lost all your rape and, incest games. Boo-hoo, call the fucking wambulance. But what people don't realize is that is clearly just the first step here. Collective Shout has now already taken that, which hasn't even been like a full week, and it's translated it to wiping all adult content from itch.io, a totally separate platform using the same methodology of having the payment processors threaten to leave them. Censorship is not something that is a good thing. This is not a positive thing. Yoko Taro also came forward saying like this is pretty bad stuff.
Yeah, this is the guy who made Nier and Drakengard. You can even censor another country's free speech. Yeah, fucking hell. Yeah.
That other countries can now.
That's stupid. Literally stupid. And honestly, if my country tries to, I will complain. I went to Romania, my class, to study for an entire week. Cybersecurity and data online. And one of the big no-nos is your personal info spreading into websites that are not government-owned. Yeah, why would you give your data, your ID to a non-government-owned site? That just sounds fucking stupid. of the teachers was even against giving more than required info to the service. Yeah, but for porn, nah, you got to give it a bit more. Yeah, I know, to a fucking porn site of all things, you got to give all your fucking shit to. Oh, damn. I think VPNs are probably pretty happy about this because they'll just start doing that. It made a very honest announcement about it because there was so much pushback. The Discord went fucking insane when it happened. Ooh, that makes sense. Oh, I think I'm in the itch.io Discord. Maybe I should have started shouting shit because my game got fucking screwed as well. Oh damn, slippery slope. Usually it's a shitty argument, but in this case it's real. True. I mean, you can see it in real time. First they went for Steam, then they went to fucking what do you call it? Itch.io. Jesus.
Now limit everyone else's free speech. He's right. That's not great. You don't like to see that. And let's go ahead and extend this to its natural conclusion here. As Collective Shout becomes more and more successful at censoring games, other organizations will spring up and do the same for things Collective Shout maybe doesn't want to see censored. Like, who's to say, with this censorship, now that it's proven that it can be done by having the payment processors threaten to pull out of these services, if you can bully them through the payment processors, you win. That's checkmate. Who's to say an organization doesn't pop up that wants to take away all kinds of LGBTQ representation in games? And now that they have a...
I think that Collective Shout actually hates them, though, right? Collective Shout is like the super Christian. At least that's what someone told me. See, we should Google this before that. Collective Shout Wikipedia. Before I start talking shit. What the fuck? Founder of Collective Shout. Melinda Tankard Reist. Alright, so she's fucking old. Alright. She's a writer, speaker, and media commentator. Interesting. Advocate for women and girls. About X-rated films. Jesus. Secondary evolution, studied Voyager. Alright, so she's educated. Oh, caring for infants with disability. That sounds nice. What the fuck? Objectification of women. Damn, oh yeah, now we're talking. Alright. We do like a bit of women objectification around here. We do enjoy that. Lingerie Football League, what? American Football League with women in lingerie. That's pretty... okay. Alright. That just sounds like a good time. She hates 50 Shades of Grey. I thought all the chicks loved that. Damn. Skimpy barmaids. Okay, they're protesting a bunch of shit. KFC? Jesus. They're going after everyone. Sexist grooming. Rice reviewed the controversial Netflix film Cuties. And for the Christian newspaper Eternity, she described the film as social critique. So she wasn't in favor of it. Damn. Right, she wrote that the complexity here is trying to make it serious. Okay, so she's kind of softly criticizing him. Okay. Rap music, Jesus. Wait, so is she a fucking Christian or not? Or was that making shit up? I don't see anything about her being a Christian here. Wait. Here we go. The position of these right-wing groups is often that any LGBTQ plus content is adult by default. Let's read this. Which out said that their campaign in Steam host games was successful. They received misogynistic abuse. Good. And threats. Good. Rock Paper said their outcry for development of erotic games should continue financial. Outside several non-pornographic games affected by itch.io's removals. Interesting. His developers commented. Right, so this person is just saying they're right wing. I don't know if there's any evidence of that. At least not from Wikipedia. There's probably more sources about her outside of Wikipedia. Yeah, we got to submit our entire genome to Pornhub. I mean, Collective Shout right after they fucked itch.io went after Elon Musk. Annie? That makes sense. Collective Shout should collectively eat shit and shut the fuck up. True. They're also banning Wikipedia in other countries too, with censorship. Yes. For sure, I love objectifying women. Woodward, spread this message over everyone, to everyone you know. Solution is to objectify all adults, men and women. True. We can have like the big, fucking buff men, giant fucking dicks, or like the femboys as well, whatever the chicks like. We can do that. It's at the top, though. It's at the top. Right. It says that includes removal of LGBT. Yeah. Right. So, subject. Conservatism. Okay. Whereas from called event inspiring Christians. Okay, okay. In the Bacon and Baptist Church on behalf of this. Okay, all right. So yeah, he's a Christian. So she writes for the Christian newspaper Eternity. Okay, that makes sense. Right. Let's try LGBT. Not a whole lot of this mentioned. So I don't know if she's actually against the LGBT, but she's definitely Christian. Okay. That's fair. Collective shout, I don't like when attractive women are in media because they are old and fat. Probably true. Old and fat just like me, for real. But they are women, so it's worse. True. Side characters happen to be gay, directly into adult erotic game. What does that mean? I hear they follow Christian groups on social media. Yeah, she seems to be Christian, for sure. Honestly, one of the best things about the EU is the data security online. There's a lot of things I dislike about the EU, but overall, I love the EU, especially for online shit. Yeah, that's fair. What I like to see is the multiple applications for powers. Secretary who's dark powers. What's this? Yeah. Anyway, so now we know a little bit more about her.
Proven formula to follow, they could easily spring up and be probably very successful. Another organization could come about where they believe that N-rated games just shouldn't exist. Games should be focused purely to appeal to a younger demographic. They shouldn't be deep, thought-provoking games. There should be no violence. There could easily be a very puritanical organization that comes forward making similar pushes for censorship. I don't know how...
Yeah, if they're going after Detroit Become Human, I mean, it's like, it's dark, but it's not like glorifying anything, really, right? It's not like doing the shit I'm doing. Like my game kind of glorifies violence a little bit, to be fair. But, yeah, Detroit Become Human doesn't do any of that.
How delusional you have to be to think that somehow this is only ever going to be used against bad things. It's not. And it's already extending way beyond what it started with for Collective Shout. They started with a very easy win on a genre of games that most people aren't really going to miss. And they have already extended that to just broad adult content from another platform, itch.io. And as they continue to be more successful, more organizations are going to follow that blueprint, follow those footsteps, and be successful as well, censoring other things that maybe Collective Shout doesn't want to see censored. It's going to just be fucking pandemonium because it is clear now that these platforms are willing to go belly up, roll over, and suck the fucking schmeat of the payment processing cartel that shackles them. These payment processing patriots who all of a sudden care so deeply about morality are able to get these platforms to censor themselves at the behest of the organizations that are strong-arming them. It's absurd, and it doesn't stop there.
I don't even know why they bother. Like, what the fuck's Collective Shout going to do to a fucking payment processor? Like, nothing. Like, there's literally nothing they can do. I don't know why they even bother. They have to, like, believe it themselves. That's the only explanation. They have to, like, be on that side themselves.
Do any amount of research on Collective Shout, you'll see that it's not just, like, adult games. They also went after Detroit Become Human and Grand Theft Auto 5 for absolutely fucking outlandish reasons. Like, this is actual horse hockey. And another scary fact, the article I was reading on stream, which I'm going to show you clips from so you can see about their previous attempts to go after things like Detroit Become Human and GTA 5, that article that I was reading then got taken down 8 hours after stream because Vice deemed it was a little too controversial because the article wasn't super favorable to Collective Shout. So Collective Shout not only has pull in censoring games, but it looks like they can even take down some articles that are a little, harsh on how they're going about their mission or what they're trying to do here. In other words, it seems virtually impossible for Steam to host any adult games depicting child abuse. Rather, Collective Shout may be targeting popular video games that depict children in scenarios where they face distress or harm, even if these depictions are intended to encourage concern and care in the player. From there, the organization may be describing these titles as featuring child abuse. In 2018, Collective Shout encouraged its supporters to sign a petition to ban Detroit Become Human for sale in Australia, claiming the game features child abuse and violence against women. The petition focused on the abuse of father's violent behavior towards his housekeeper and daughter in the game. This dynamic, core to the character Kara's story arc, is intended to encourage empathy for the abused woman and child. While it's unclear whether Collective Shout is actively targeting Detroit Become Human in 2025, the removal of such a game would be akin to artistic censorship of material, discussing misogynistic abuse against female family members. Targeting the game, in other words, could be considered anti-feminist in intent. That doesn't really make any sense. In 2014, the organization called on Target to remove Grand Theft Auto 5 from store shelves.
Yeah, why Grand Theft Auto 5?
Encourages players to commit sexual violence and kill women. Collective Shout describes GTA as if it were a misogynistic funhouse, stating the game lets players enact their fantasies of committing extreme violence against women, including punching women to the point of unconsciousness, killing them with a bat, gun, or machete, running them down with a car, and setting them on fire as they continue screaming.
You do that to literally everyone. I don't know if there's like an excess of women that's happening to. You can do that to literally anyone. That's fucking retarded. Woodward, like I said earlier, I read somewhere that what MasterCard and Visa's execs, board members, and shareholders are evangelicals that use Collective Shout as useful leaders that force their hand. Maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know if I believe that, unless you got some like good proof of that. I bet my left nut that none of them of the rule maker complainers ever played games in the first place. Well, yeah, obviously not.
What world are we living in? What? So that all this is only reserved and acceptable if it's men. Like if you're killing men with a bat, gun, and machete, running them down with a car and setting them on fire as they scream. These arguments are so weak and flimsy, and I think just downright detrimental to what they claim their mission is. This would...
Collective Shout sounds like that one teacher you had long. Yeah, I bet she's fucking part of it, too. Bitch. Fucking cunt. Yeah, God. These people fucking
basically, like, these two things in conjunction would make it so, like, most games won't even put women in there. So let's take the first example about, like, how children in, like, distress and harm is something that they would target and try and take down. It's why they went after Detroit Become Human. Let's extend that scope. Things like Limbo, Last of Us, Out of Sight, like these games where there are kids present and they do go through, like, hardship, that would be removed under their guidelines here. In Detroit Become Human, it's not like they're trying to glorify this type of horrible thing. It is used as a way of showcasing how bad a situation is and getting empathy from the player for what is happening to these characters. And yet, they want to take it down, even though it is...
Even though that's the case, even if that wasn't the case, I'd still be in favor of them staying as is. If you don't like it, just don't fucking play it. It's that easy. Jesus.
Used
Why is that so hard?
Positive messaging to the player. It's like they don't want any deep themes in their games, and not only that, it's like they don't want women to even be interactable in the games. So also something that wouldn't fly under their protocol here would be things...
Just remove all the women. Just get women out of games. That simple.
Things like Tomb Raider. Any game where a female is
leading
wouldn't really be possible because
I only played the Square Enix one.
Going to go through distress. Like Lara Croft goes through a lot worse than...
Actually, no. I did play the old ones, like the pointy boob ones. I did play those. I never clocked it though, because I didn't know how. Games were hard back then. Games were fucking hard. But yeah, it's true. Lara gets fucked over
wouldn't
a bunch.
Really be possible because the women in the game are going to go through distress. Like Lara Croft goes through a lot worse than what they listed for GTA 5 being a misogynistic funhouse. Lara Croft gets killed in so many different ways potentially if you fail certain things. She's constantly being hunted, hurt. It's all like pretty much no game with a female character in it could be made if Collective Shout continues to gain this much power. It's a fucking absurd notion here. God of War, the new God of War, those games couldn't be made because Kratos' son obviously goes through a lot there. That would be a child in a harmful and distressing situation. It would be poo-pooed by Collective Shout.
He gets fucked up, doesn't he?
Yeah, they would banish that shit to the Shadow Realm. Like, their rules on what is and is not acceptable are just unhinged. Again, this would fundamentally, like, scrub women from video games. Like, I don't know why they're not grasping that concept.
Get women out of here.
GTA 5 a misogynistic funhouse because you can hurt women in it and that kind of thing, which you can also do to men. But the issue is exclusively because women can also be hurt and killed in GTA 5, just like the men can. It's not like GTA 5 is telling the player, you have to go commit these sexual violent acts against women right now. We need you as the player to score 100 sexual violent crimes against our women in the city right now. Go out there. That's the quest. Go fucking just slap 1,000 women for maximum turbo gamer.
Even if that was the thing, I'd still say they should be allowed to do that. Like if a Saints Row game had that, like slap 100 women's squares, I'd laugh. Not because it's a good thing. Like there should be one where you kick 10 men in the balls as well. Like, you know, just cause it's fucking funny. Right?
Points. Like, it's pretty fucking crazy. So basically, if you are going to have women in the games, the only way I see that even be possible with Collective Shout's, groundwork they're laying here, the way I understand it, is if every female in the game is immortal, God mode activated, and uninteractable outside of dialogue and cutscenes, but the female character also cannot go through anything distressing or deep, basically has to just be like a completely flat nothing burger of a character, otherwise it could be like too much harm that they faced or something in the game. It just seems completely antithetical to what the mission they claim to have is. Again, with how they have targeted games in the past and with they're currently doing, it feels like most game companies, in order to play ball with these demands, will probably just elect to not have female-facing games, like with a lead female protagonist, and they will probably ensure that the female characters that might appear in the game don't play a big role in it because they never know what Collective Shout might have an issue with. And since these games' budgets are so bloated these days, I don't think they'll be willing to take any kind of chances, any type of risk of their game being just like wiped off of like the biggest fucking gaming platform like Steam. So they'll probably just elect to play it safe and have any female characters just in the background with a really insignificant role.
Yeah, that is a good point. Like, are female characters going to like be used less often? Because I feel like a lot of games these days are heading towards like, you know, more female main characters. But after this, I don't know if they'll want to do that. That's a good point. Because like basically 99% of the games are based on violence. Like, there's always going to be killing. There's always going to be the character with the chance to be killed. That's what makes it a fucking game. So why would anyone make a female main character? Just go back to the dudes. Just go back to dudes being dudes. No more chicks. Fucking go back to Duke Nukem. We just kill them cunts. It could happen. That does make sense. Based women out. Let's go. I got no proof, but honestly, it makes sense that these nobodies can pressure people that own the world. Yeah, true. They do own the world. Yeah. Just to think the protecting kids shit would be avoidable if parents were doing their jobs. Yep, true. But they don't see any problems with same-sex relationships, I bet. Collective Shout, I'm pretty sure they would, if they're Christian. Collective Shout probably does have a problem with that. All women in games are going to be retroactively made into femboys. We're in for a good time. Yeah. Based. Women out. This whole thing he's making fun of really reminds me of the story Weirdwall told us about his college teacher who didn't like this game. That his game had women get hurt. Yeah, this is unironically what it was. It was the exact same shit. Like, because my game had like a college students that were female and they were like trapped in a room or something. It's like you know, the type of death game type bullshit. And because of some of the people getting killed in the death game were fucking women, he fucking scrapped my whole shit. Fucking Jesus. People like the ones in Collective Shout have their views about the world, but unlike regular people, they can't understand that other have different opinions, that those opinions should not be censured because you disagree. Yeah, just let people do what they want, right? You don't have to do it yourself. Actually, never mind. Replace all human characters with amorphous blobs. Only Tetris and Pong acceptable games. True. No. Well, Woodward, it seems your old teacher has evolved into a truly horrifying beast. Collective Shout. Yeah. You really think these people care about video games? Of course not. If they did, they wouldn't lie about things like GTA makes you do. Yeah. It doesn't make you do it. You just do it because it's fucking fun. These old boomers. Duke Nukem cancelled by feminists, by the way. Really? Is that really a thing? Too sexist for them? The reason they're getting backlash is because when you limit what people purchase with their own money, it starts to fall back on them. Yeah, just let people spend their money on what they want to fucking spend on. I don't know why people have got to get personally involved with what people do in their own time. They don't care about making games terrible and suck. They just want to force their views. Yeah. Dead by Daylight about to get cancelled because there's women getting killed too. Oh, yeah. Sure, you can play as a woman in that game, can't you? Woodall accidentally created Collective Shout. Jesus.
Because, again, there's no way of knowing what Collective Shout's going to try and spin when it comes to these games and these characters. Like, again, Detroit Become Human. All of that they listed there as an issue, that was literally in the game to deliver messaging on how unacceptable that shit is. It was used for empathy, not a glorification or anything at all. It was actually delivering a message that really feels very in line with what Collective Shout claims to fight for. It is completely out of control. And let's go ahead and just continue to play a little theater of the mind. If you can successfully bully payment processors, and it's reported that Collective Shout is doing this by constantly phoning them up with like 1,000 employees or so, I don't know if that's all confirmed or not, but if you can get 1,000 people together and successfully have these payment processors threaten to leave some of the biggest platforms for gaming, think about what kind of power you can control with these payment processors. If you can just have them like puppets on your strings, that is so dangerous.
Yeah, I think they have to agree with the movement. There's no way that Collective Shout of all people are fucking Australian fucking group of fucking women It actually has like that much power over them. There's no chance. It has to be they agree with it. That has to be the case.
Amount of mental gymnastics you can possibly do to conjure up a justification for why a payment processor has a say in what you can spend your money on, what they will permit you to spend your doubloons on. That is a bad direction for the future, which obviously extends far beyond just video games. This is a much bigger topic, a bigger issue than just gaming. If payment processors are now going to step in and basically be like the fucking, lacrosse house party guy who's like, who do you know here? No, you're not allowed in. When you're trying to spend your money on a product, we've got a huge problem. Just play with that possibility here for a second. Like, let's say you want to buy a dildo or something, right? You want an adult sex toy. Well, what if the payment processors deem those to be obscene? We will not support any businesses that are selling these adult toys. Consumers shouldn't be able to buy these.
No more dildos.
You can't buy those. That's been fucking wiped out. And let's take it to something that's not even sexual. Let's say a katana or something. I want a katana for my room. I really like some of the blades from One Piece. It'd be really nice to have a replica blade. Oh, turns out the payment processors deem those to be a little too dangerous and threaten to pull out of any websites that are offering katanas for sale because those are some very scary, lethal weapons. So, can't buy those anymore. It's a big issue. Payment processors should have no say in what you spend your fucking
I wonder if they could like spread to like guns and shit. The whole like the whole fight about guns in America, right? What if payment processors could do something about that? Like they just said, oh, you can't buy guns with a fucking credit card anymore. That'd be interesting. I wonder how people would react to that.
Of course, that doesn't apply when it's like you trying to buy something highly illegal. I get that. But things like this is absurd. Like, this is completely preposterous and out of control. Anyway, I just had to yap about this a bit. That's really it. See ya.
Yeah, we didn't really get any new information from that. But yeah, I do agree with him. So, why are they fucking controlling this shit? It's fucking stupid. It's fucking annoying. Yeah. Weirdo, why did you cause this? Were you bored? Yes, this is why I did this. I instigated. I told my teacher, go join fucking collective chat, alright? Get my game banned. I dare you. Then she fucking did it. Hey, Weird World. Funny thing about that card thing, the org/company behind the card companies thinks Cuties is perfectly fine. You mean collective shout? Is that what you mean? Yeah, I did. We did look that up on Wikipedia. We did say that. Jesus, just 1,000? What the fuck? What the fuck's 1,000? Just 1,000 what? Can't wait for them to try to ban other religions and politics that they don't like. True. That's fucking crazy. 1,000 is a fly worldwide. It's like nothing. Doesn't even equate. Women experiences violence, cancelled because it's violence against women. Women causes violence, cancelled because it portrays women as evil. No women in video games, cancelled because there's no women, therefore sexist. How it goes. They can spin into guns, of course. They can. If they have the power to decide what they can and cannot buy, sure, guns are on the table. Maybe. Once it hits guns, the USA is going to kick their shit in. That's what I'd hope. That's what I would hope. I'd rather they do it right now, though. That's what I'd rather. But, yeah. You going to watch the trailer? What trailer? Thought about Lord of Mysteries. Lord of Mysteries is good right now. I don't know if I watched the latest episode, but it is currently good. Not as good as Being a Hero, I don't think, in my opinion. But it is a good show. Because the shout is 1,000 people. Yeah, fucking 1,000 people. Worthless. Well, didn't the Democrats try to ban guns? I think that they're generally just like trying to do that regularly, right? Well, not guns, but like assault rifles, right? But it's going to have to be a femboy hooter if Patreon gets banned. It may be worth it. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, back to dumb superhuman questions. If you could pick any girl in the game to get into a relationship with the confirmation they won't kill, hurt, or cheat on you, which would you choose? If they won't kill you. Are we taking consideration of their powers and what they can do for you? Like Nico would be pretty cool, although she'd be a pain in the fucking ass. Like having a captain as a girlfriend would be pretty fucking great. You have a lot of power there. Having Ella as a girlfriend would be pretty fucking great. Although you'd be constantly, like, hunted by the law. So being Ella's boyfriend might be a bit rough. Yeah. I don't know. If Lisa didn't cheat, it's not bad. Lexi, if she didn't stab your dick. Tiffany's rich as fuck. I do like money. So, it could be any of them. Watch the Asmongold vid on topic. Isn't it just going to be the same thing? Is he going to say anything new? I don't feel like I need to watch every single fucking video on it. Alice, it's the only one, dude. Alice, yeah. But then you'd be constantly on the run from the law, Well, not like constantly on the run, but you'd be exposed to like the law coming after your ass. Lexi for me, yeah. They've tried, they failed. I think guns might be less banned now than before. Might need to double check. Didn't Trump ban something on guns? He banned the type of gun, like a shotgun or something. I forget which type. So I don't know if that's true. I think slowly they're banning a little bit more in terms of guns. I doubt they'll go the full assault rifle thing because I think there's just so many in America that it's just be too hard, right? I forgot about her power law. Yeah, true. Alexis or Liz. Amber also, but you're already getting these guarantees. Yeah, you're getting a lot of guarantees. Definitely Alice. Pick mummy memory. Weird world. I don't know about that one. I mean, having like a god would be great, but I don't know if that's a sustainable relationship. Kira, maybe? Fem Daryl easily? Well, we haven't seen her yet. Yeah, enough with shout love. Then I count my assassin waifu. That might occasion bring girls for threesome. That's a good point. Maybe. Oh yeah, Danica. I would go for Danica. Bit of old Danica action, eh? Their powers are taken into consideration in this hypothetical, and this also assumes they genuinely love you. Oh, they are taken into consideration. Yeah. Yeah. No. Maybe Ella. Ella just seems like it'd be a fun time. Be a fun time with Ella, even though you'd have to look over your shoulder a lot. It was bump stock, not a gun. What's bump stock? Is that like a type of gun or like a accessory gun? Gun accessory part, or just type of gun? I don't know why I'm even looking at it. I don't even care about guns or anything. Gun stocks that can be used to assist bump firing. So it's like a gun accessory. Instead of using recoil something to fire. Yeah, so it lets you fire guns faster. Because I think machine guns are banned in America, right? So you can't have like full automatic. So maybe you want a bump stock instead. Yeah. I'd go FMMC for sure. Oh yeah. Well, FMMC is never really going to love you though. Not if you're a dude. Claudia, cool powers. She's nice. Tons of power. Tons of money. Oh yeah. Claudia does have tons of money. She's not as cold as Tiffany. FMC is hot too. Yeah. People's central retard central more like. Can't wait for Most Critical to update this video. Shitting on Weird for inadvertently creating them. It'll be great for exposure for your game though. True. And huge tits too. Danica is also rich too. Got 9 million. Yeah, she's got a bit of money. Although there's always the chance that it could be like seized because it was illegally gained. Weirdwood on the list now. Emily would be the easiest. Yeah, she'd probably be the simplest to date. Yeah. MMC is hot, fun to be around, and can take your dick 13 inches and take it. Make your dick 13 inches and take it. True. But yeah, I would pick Lexi or Danica. Nico is too crazy to handle. Yeah, she's kind of a bit of a psycho. That's fair. Can make more FemMC clone for more fun. There's a lot female MC can do. If you're not like a fan of love, if you don't care about love, yeah. Nyx with the guarantee she won't accidentally kill you though. Yeah. Shit, Danny, Paul though. Love is love. Love is love. Yeah. Yeah. All right. We've been doing it for 3 hours. I don't know how much longer we need to go. Do I need to watch any videos? Is there anything? Bloodlines 2's developer goes independent. What does that mean? Is it delayed again? Oh, developer, so just a single developer. Oh, that's boring. 27,000 games are gone. Ooh, that's bad. Damn. Slider would be great too. Yeah, true. You're picking Lexi, you're going to get impaled the first time you fuck. Apparently, there's like a thing where he says, like, no damage. They won't hurt you. Danu would be fun. Danu? Ooh, I don't know about Danu. I mean, it depends on what period of her life. Vampire the Masquerade 2 is never coming out there. That's what I think as well. See you, Weird World. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's about it. See you, Draco. Thanks for dropping in. Season 2 opening. Oh, we can watch Season 2 opening. The first opening for Kaiju number 8 was fucking sick. It was awesome. I wonder if they can match it for Season 2. That'd be interesting. Right. I'm not interested in any of this other stuff. Yeah, we'll just watch this trailer and then we'll head off. If you could pick any girl in the game to get in a relationship with that won't kill or hurt you. Yeah. You're all a masochist. I'd stick with Claudia. Yeah, Claudia would probably be a safe bet. I would give Dano kids as well. It'd be like I said, depends on what period of your life you're talking about. Right, the first one was better, but that was cool as fuck. That was cool as fuck. I have no idea what any of it means. I kind of like that as well. I would give how my plan. That's my plan with sparing him. I don't know about that. This looks sick. Alice could be close second, but yeah, Alice brings too much stress. There's a lot of stress. Turn Dano into a fourth spawn fanatic, making Mummy proud. I don't know if that's going to be possible. I can't wait for Edge Runners too. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that as well. Only the foreshadowing his whole damn main power with his trailer. Ooh, I didn't see. Well, I didn't notice, but that's it's a good thing. I feel like I'm watching an Ayahuasca trip. I have no idea what that means. So confused, yet so hyped. Yeah, that's cool as fuck. Demon trailer. Is this going to be a new Demon Slayer trailer? Yeah, if it's already the last week one, I've already seen it. Is there like a new one? 6 days ago. Ooh, 6 days ago. That's pretty soon. Theme song trailer. I think I've already seen it though. Yeah, I don't see any like new ones. Wait. This sounds fake. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a new one. Gonna log off now. I'll be busy next month, so I'll be missing out streams. Yeah, no worries, many ones. Good luck on your ventures. Ayahuasca is a powerful hallucinogenic. Ayahuasca, all right. Bunch of manga spoilers. Well, if I don't understand them, they're not really a spoiler to me. Like JoJo, you'll get it once it shows in the episode. Good, I like that. I think that's cool. Yeah, anyway, I think we're done for today. Thanks for dropping in, guys. We had a bit of a talk. We had a bit of a rant, a bit of complaining about fucking cunts out there. Pain in the ass. Yeah, I look forward to some point. I'll make a video about my web novel. That's coming soon. I keep saying that, but it is coming soon. Like it's already. I might as well just fucking link it, but I'm not gonna. But yeah, I will make a video, and yeah. So look forward to that. I'll see you guys on the next one.